Bang, good to go. Peace, 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 peace. How y'all doing out there, man? Ringside Club, episode 40. How about a round of applause for us, man? 40 of them things, you heard? 40 of them things, man.
Oh, he wants a real, my bad, a real one. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I got buttons, too.
No golf claps, man. No golf
Let me find the button. I'm sure there's some cheering in here. Damn, that's a laugh track. That wouldn't work. There we go.
Yeah, laugh at us. We made it to 40 episodes. It's a joke.
There we go. There's a little
it.
bad bandwidth applause, but we did it. We had 40. We're right around the corner from a solid year.
We did it,
this
Joe.
thing, man.
Not too far.
Yeah. So let's
I'm
tweet
excited.
this out.
Yo, listen, I got to say something real quick, man.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had the welcome back Cotter music, but welcome back Ronnie. Well, welcome back the 4-man booth, yo. We got a 4-man booth this week.
Finally,
It's been a
right?
while, man.
It's been a minute.
Yo, we and AO
Finally.
was just talking about this last week. It was like, man, I missed the guys, man. We ain't had a 4-man booth in a minute. Pause.
Chad, there's something I cannot say. There's something I could not say last week and something I had to say this week that we're all here. And I was provided the alley-oop by Ronnie, so I can't even take full credit. But I'm your 5-time Ringside Club pay-per-view
Louise.
predictions champion.
Yeah.
And I'm here to let you know that this ain't a game, bro. And
Are you the current champion, though? Are you the current champ?
I am, yeah. And if
The
I
tally
can,
has been tallied.
yeah, if I can so, freely express myself to say that I got my foot on everyone's neck here, and I don't think that I dropped this title for, I don't know, until MJF's contract's over. I think I'm solid right now. I'm good with the championship for a little bit. But I will say,
You don't have to. Actually, buddy, you have a defense at Forbidden Door. Don't
yeah,
get
no,
it
I
fucked
know.
up.
No, I'm saying I'm not dropping it though. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I got this.
Bruh.
But
I like the confidence.
But-
Listen, much love, but you're getting too big for your britches, bro.
listen.
Relax.
If I do drop it, it ain't gonna be the Ronnie. It ain't gonna be the Chad. I think it's gonna be the AO this time, only because the universe is telling me that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like my next real defender might be AO. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
And that, you know what?
Listen, the
It's
land
all
of the
good,
rising
King.
sun shines on your boy, you know?
It's all good, King, because you see what I got over here? You see what I got, right? It's about to be the main event of Forbidden Door,
Listen,
and it's
listen,
also
listen,
the
listen.
RSC television
No. Yeah,
predictions
all that TV
heavyweight
championship is cool.
the
We
longest
gotta-
reigning. I'm the
We
longest
have
reigning.
a
I'm the
brand
longest reigning.
new show coming up on Saturday, and I'm calling you out. Fuck that.
Wow.
You're going to defend this
Yo.
title.
Let's do it.
Let's
Yo,
go.
you know what?
You are going to defend this
Round
title on
one.
Saturday.
Yeah, let's go.
Fight.
Saturday.
To quote another world champion, I'm a paraphrase from him.
Yeah, your servers don't even believe you.
Yeah. Now you're computing,
Yo, Optimum
bro.
Online ain't even have the confidence in your statement, bro.
Your Wi-Fi don't even believe you.
Yo,
Yo,
bro.
Spectrum said, yo, get that shit the fuck
Yeah,
out of
man.
here.
AOL said, fuck that.
While Chad
Yeah,
gets it
man.
together, man, I want to send appreciation and gratitude to all of the people tuned in, subscribing one by one subscription at a time. Those numbers are going up, so that's what's up. Like we started at settle,
Yeah.
and moving up. So appreciate y'all.
Salute to
Consistent.
Y'all know what time it is. This is the show before the show, otherwise known as survey time. So this week,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen, according to my fancy Nancy clipboard, damn, that's not the topic. Let me pull a real note. Let me pull the notes up. Intro survey. Speaking of the brand new show, AEW Collision, we have CM Punk finally making his return. A lot of people been talking about it. A lot of people anticipating it. Does he return as a face or a heel? In character? And does he return as a face or a heel in the eyes of the audience that he's in front of? I say, in Chicago, he'll be cheered, but there will be more boos than usual for him. But in general, he'll be a face for about 2 weeks. He's a heel. Ron, what say you?
I say he's gonna get the crazy pop in Chicago, and then he's gonna heal it out after that.
I think he's going on a full-scale forgiveness tour, and I think he's about to apologize and then possibly turn heel at the end of it. but I think he's coming back as a face. I'm gonna say that.
For Chicago, he's a face, but I'm gonna go with the rest of this run being a heinous 2012 throwback, and I'm ready for that one.
You know what?
I'm ready for that.
It's going to be it's basically Brett in Canada and then Brett everywhere else. You know how it go. Pink Black Attack is back, and so is the RSC. Let's get this show tapping. The fuck?
Peace to the gods, the ringside club hard. My name is A.O. Say you're around the dawn. Blame Boogie while you at it, blame Chad Law. K-Fave is dead, break the fourth wall. Whatever style, whether it's lucha or strong style. Come through the venue, fly, burn the bar down. Back to the pad, chop it up for the par. Ringside club, intro to the squad as the show starts.
Back in the building. The fellas are back in the building. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Four-man booth is back.
Whew,
good,
best
y'all.
four-man booth in the game. Peace to the gods, of course. Peace to the earths. You're hanging out with the fellas, the co-hosts of my favorite podcast, and soon to be yours, the mightiest of the mighty. Not Ringside News, because fuck them. This is the Ringside Club. How y'all feeling out there, man?
This man came out
What up,
swinging.
though?
All right.
Feeling
What up,
feeling
though,
great.
Kings?
Absolutely.
How we
How's
feeling?
everybody feeling? Before we even introduce, how's everybody feeling? Everybody good? I'm good.
Fantastic.
Feeling
Fantastic.
good, feeling great.
I'm
baby.
cooling, man. Fresh off the workplace. I'm enjoying the night, you know what I'm saying? Got some good orange juice ready, you know what I'm saying? The La was already put in the air. I'm here, man. RSC television champion, longest reigning. He's right here. You know what I mean?
There
It's
you go.
cooling.
Hey,
I salute to
Don't
that. I got
complain,
a, I got a
Kings.
house. I got a house lemon tonight. Feeling pretty good
I
about
like that. I like that.
Shout
Yes.
to House, man. I be fucking with that ginger ale. That House ginger ale be popping.
Yeah. Anything from House, including the artwork. Shouts to Hal Hayden.
Yeah. Shout out to
Peace to
him.
you,
Salute
bro.
to
You got a
Al
lot of
Hayden.
work
Does some
coming out.
Great
Who,
work, man.
with his whole ass, was on a different podcast before ours. I'm gonna talk.
That's
I'm
crazy
talking
that
shit.
he went
Listen,
somewhere else but us. That's wild.
Listen, yo, respect to that man. Yo, listen, I'm gonna send him this clip. He's gonna talk shit back, and we're gonna fight on air when he actually does our podcast. You guys get to meet Hal
Say
in
less.
person.
Come on
digitally.
through, brother.
Yeah, word, man.
Come
We'll
on
have a
through,
ball.
brother.
Fuck.
But yeah,
Speaking
man.
of, for those of y'all that are tuned into the Ringside Club, and you know, we got a couple of people that are our peers in the podcast community. We aren't them bougie podcasters where it's like, yo, we not gonna rock with y'all. If y'all already follow us and y'all fuck with us, let's collaborate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
word.
open to it. We got episodes here every week. You see, we
Sure.
don't slow down.
For sure. for
Wrestling
sure.
is a
What's up?
community.
Facts.
We all have an opinion.
Don't be
Let's
scared.
share it.
Listen, the
Don't be
Ringside
scared.
Club is always welcome. New members, new collaborators, new homies. Come on through, man. Mikasa,
You know what?
Suka.
I'm
You know what's
still- I'm
cool
still-
too?
I
Like,
think
yeah,
Go ahead, my bad. Chad, you
I
got
was
it.
saying just because I feel like we are so uniform and we move like Voltron that I feel like some people are probably like, hey, we don't want to step on what y'all got going on, or you know, maybe we don't feel like we can come in here.
Never
But
that.
it's like it's not even like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah,
We just
welcome,
consistently
man.
we see a lot of four-man boots out there. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of four-man boots, but it's like everybody's aura is different, and you see what you get when you fuck with the Ringside Club.
Man,
You
I'm just
see me
waiting
fuck
for.
with me.
I'm waiting for Chris to be to
Ayo,
come back
Boogie
and
Rock.
throw a chair. You know what I'm saying? And then we're
Word,
good
peace to
go.
those
Brian
wrestlers,
Waters was
too.
a great episode. I'm tight I missed
He
that.
was.
Tight I
Yeah,
missed that.
Brian Waters. I mean, he's always
That
welcome
was
to come
good.
back anytime he wants as well. I'll be checking in with the wrestling realm. They dropped
Yeah.
earlier in the week.
Shout
So they
to
got
Alex
that
Kane
over
too. He be watching. Alex Kane be tapped in. We got to get him on here at
Boom-aye,
some
baby.
point. You know what I'm saying? Boom-aye Club. A lot of people. Don't worry, man. We
Peace
getting to
to
episode 50.
Peter
We gonna get
Rosado
there.
from We Are Wrestling. That was a
Shout out
good
to
episode.
Peter. We are wrestling.
That was good.
Yeah, man.
That was dope.
It's real cool to look back once you got a couple of notches on the belt like we
You
do.
got some joints in here, man. We
Absolutely.
consistent.
40 of those things for the best on the microphones. Pause. If you're not tuned in, make sure you tap in everywhere. We're on social media, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you follow. I hit a nerve with a couple people too with that with the segment from last week talking about what's the story. There's a lot of comments.
That
and
was good. That
Yeah.
was very good.
a lot of
That's
comments.
the
a lot of
traction
people
we needed.
agreeing.
That was good.
Yeah. So
That
that's
was
what's
good.
up. So peace to everybody that left a comment. Plus, you can subscribe. We are everywhere, literally. All of the video. First and foremost, we're live every Thursday night, 9:35 live sometimes.
Sometime after 9 p.m. it's gonna happen.
Pretty much.
Yes.
But if you don't catch us on air, you can catch us on demand. We're on YouTube, of course, and then you can catch us on all of the audio platforms like Spotify, like Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Everywhere you can find a podcast, you can find us. And then you can tell a friend. I mean,
Yo, a comment I got from last week's episode with just me and you, they was like, yo, Ayo feels like educated brother. Like, you know, like the brother from Undercover Brother, like the dude with the fucking he got the jacket on, the lab coat, he's smart brother. They're like, yo, he's smart brother, and you are just objective hater no matter what. Like, you are gonna hate on something.
You hate everything.
You are gonna
bro.
hate on something OD, and AO is just gonna be mad educated with everything that he's gonna give us.
I'm trying to put.
I
niggas
appreciate
on,
you,
guard.
homie. Appreciate niggas
though.
paying attention. Appreciate niggas watching.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the view. Shout out to the
I
homie.
love
for
the
that
feedback.
breakdown.
So let's
You know
go
what I'm saying?
around, introduce ourselves. I am not the champ, but my name is. Hey, yo. Run it down. What's good, baby?
Hey, who are you? Let me introduce you to the other Don.
The God, man.
Yes, sir.
You back?
I'm not the champ anymore, but we'll get to that. I am Ron the Don Dada.
Nigga,
as you
tight. I ain't the champ no more. We'll get to that.
I'm not tight. Oh man, hey, salute to the new champ, which we're gonna talk to in a minute. But you know, I'm back.
The hate is thick in this room.
Hate don't work. They start telling lies, right?
Yeah, something like that. But hey, listen, Ayo ain't mentioned the merch. Cop the merch when you get a chance. Cop the hat. Get some coffee. Get all that, man. You know we here. We welcome all comers, man. We ain't bougie like
Pause,
that. You know what I'm saying?
nigga. Pause. We do welcome everybody, but everybody coming.
Damn,
Damn, it's fucking crazy.
Damn.
All the comments is crazy.
Fuck.
What up, though, Bug?
Yo,
Yeah,
listen,
what up,
man.
bug? Like
Oh, what up, man?
This guy Ron wants to welcome all the
I
comments.
can't even say nothing, man.
Yo.
Jesus Christ! All right.
It's your
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, welcome all the comments. It's all good.
It's your boy.
Hold on,
Blame
hold on.
Boogie.
No. Let me introduce you properly. Hold on.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
There we go.
For now.
There was a time in my life before I smoked this much that I could do the Jadakiss laugh pretty good, but I won't do it now and hurt anyone or cause any birds that are flying above head to fly out of the sky. But it's your boy Blame Boogie. My wife calls me babe. You guys can call me finesse 5 times because ain't none of you gonna see that number. And I'm gonna pass this over to Chad Law, who has a lot to say, and I'm sure some of it will be interesting. So I'm listening. to
TV
it. Let's
champ
go.
for about 2 days, bro.
Yeah, that's it. He's got at least 72 hours, maybe 40.
Hit my shit,
time,
Ayo.
Yeah, time's to ticking, bro. Time's to
Adrenaline.
ticking.
There you go.
It joins a little low too.
In my soul.
Yeah, the playback on the
You see
audio is
what
a
it
little
is.
slow. We got this.
I can
though.
never tell. Sometimes it be loud. Sometimes it be whatever. I'm just glad it's working tonight.
Yo,
Chad Law, what
sometimes
it
I
do?
rhyme slow. Sometimes I rhyme
Around
quick.
sick.
You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
fam.
There you go. There you
Think on
go.
the same wavelength, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the RSC television champion, Young Gadava himself, CHADLAW, Chad Law. I'm here right now for episode 40 with my geysers. We feeling good. We got so much wrestling to talk about right now. You know what I mean? It's been a restructured week. You guys have seen us through many of the episodes, our test run episodes, when we had no background, half a background, some of a background, some nameplates, full nameplates. So appreciate all y'all for rocking it, supporting, liking, telling a friend to tell a friend. The feedback that we even get, you know what I'm saying, from the people that do fuck with it. Because a lot of people on my side of the timeline are still getting used to like the fact that like, yo, you really take this wrestling thing to like serious levels. And I'm like, yeah, I don't play. Like, it's the ringside.
I mean,
club. It's the almighty.
you love what you love.
It's so
And
niche.
Absolutely.
When you eat, sleep, and breathe it, you know what I mean? Why not talk about it? You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's cool too? What I will say, podcasting on and off for quite some time. This is the most consistent podcast that I've been a part of.
Easily.
Yeah.
Which is
Damn, Chad
that's
and
how you
I
build
did
a brand.
the While You're
Boogie
Working
and I had a
podcast.
podcast in the pandemic.
We had such a fun
That
time.
was
during
actually people was like, yo, while you working, like what, like, yo, what's going on with
Right.
that? And it's like, you know what I mean? Life intervenes. You know what I'm saying? We got
Life.
shit going on,
life.
but when it's something
But,
that we are very passionate about in this particular stance, like we're not sitting here debating music and food and politics, religion. It's like this is just straight wrestling.
Yo, you know what?
And
Too,
in our
this is
community, They
This
tap
is
in.
so 2023 too, and not just aside from wrestling. If you don't have at least one failed podcast in 2023, you ain't shit, bro.
Yo,
You ain't shit.
you never came
Yo.
off the porch, bro.
You never failed at least one of them.
Yo, I
joints.
might have to put that on the gram. I might have to put that on my
so
post. I
fire.
might have to let that
That's
shit
a
go
shirt.
viral.
You
That's
ain't
a
shit,
shirt.
but
Nah,
you
that's a
failed at
fact.
least one
Watch the
podcast
comments
so
on that
far.
one go crazy. Like, nah, I actually felt you on that. Big felt.
Dog,
Like, that's
this
how I
is
really
like the
seen it. If you ain't have a failed podcast, you really
Yeah.
ain't try.
Who the
This
fuck
is
are you?
this is
That's
the
how I really
fourth
seen it.
time me and Rondon tried a damn pro wrestling
That's a
podcast.
fact, yo.
And for a lot of y'all watching, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really all formulated all of different organic conversations. Like, me and Boog, we all had While You're Working, and we had our own brands. Ayo Ron, Pardon My Fresh, they cooking and moving and shaking. I said, yo, during the pandemic, let me do a round of rings. I got a round of rings popping. I'm trying to get this shit shaking, but I'm also doing this podcast, that podcast, this podcast, that podcast. Don't got time, skip record, don't got time to edit. Ayo and Ron, like, yo, Ringside Club. You know what I'm saying? We here. We all guest starring on each other's fucking podcast. Why don't we all just come together and just
do
do
the
a show?
one
You know
joint.
what I'm saying?
One joint. Like the first time me and Ron Pod was when I started DJing. So that was back in like 2014, 2015. 2014, 2015, it was called Smart Tape. SMARKTAPE.
I remember
Only
that.
on Mixcloud for a minute too. It was like I was just doing
remember
DJ mixes and talking about wrestling, and fast forward, here we are, man. 40 episodes in, got something, looks good, feels good, pause. I mean,
I ain't
right
gonna
around the
front.
corner.
Our
Right around the
views
corner
might
from
not
the
be the
year.
craziest, but
That
we
shit don't
getting
matter.
people to actually like watch our shit and are like giving us
The
feedback.
thing about the thing about views are cool, but actual interaction and conversation means you're hitting a nerve. You know what I'm saying? You can get 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 100,000 views. If there ain't no comments, if there's nobody talking, that means you're not really tapping into anybody. You know what I mean? And people actually comment. You know what I'm saying? There's feedback. There's people talking to us, with us, about us. So we're doing, you know. And plus, I think I have pretty good taste. I know good shit when I hear good shit. We got good shit. So
Yeah.
there you go.
This one shorty told me last week's episode, she was like, yo, you and Ayo talk like y'all know each other for mad long, like for mad years. Like, I want to know, like, y'all dynamic. Like, where did y'all even meet? And I'm like, yo, that's funny. I even got to break that down to you. Like, man, my man's at a Loriana May video shoot. And I just was texting Loriana May yesterday type shit.
How she
So it's
good?
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she good. She good money. She good
Word
money,
up.
man. She, you know, she
With
staying
Raekwon.
busy, trying to just keep them shows. Yeah, with
A
Raekwon, son.
Loriana
Like,
May shoot with Raekwon in Jersey somewhere. Like,
That's
the fuck?
awesome.
bro, that was so random. Like, to even when I explain it to Shorty, I think back like, yo, I met my mans when I was with Raekwon. Like, that was fucking crazy, dog. Like,
Wild as hell.
that was so random.
And I
Wild as hell.
can't maybe
And
speak for.
that night, I think I played my first like club gig. I did an I Standard joint. I DJ'd the showcase. I think that might have been like my first.
Because you was fucking with I Standard,
Yeah,
right? Because executive was
That's
it
how we
exec
would-
PJ?
PJ
Donovan
was there,
and-
Don and
and
Hatch.
PJ.
And Hatch, J Hatch.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Small
man.
ass world.
We
Bro.
going down memory lane like a motherfucker, man.
iStandardproducers.com, yo.
Yeah, I used to run the website.
Yes,
fire.
yes. Blog era shit. You know what I mean? You know what we
days?
do.
What a time.
Let's get to it though, fellas.
What a
We over here
time.
going down memory lane. Sorry, listeners. This
not?
is just good timing with the guys. We ain't all been together. You know what I'm saying? Let's fucking go, man.
Let's
this
get it
motherfucking
poppin'.
pot on the ground.
All right, let's get into the news. Before we get into the news real quick, I got this T-shirt here. Speaking of pods that I fuck with, there used to be an app called Grapple. It was like you just get in there and rate whatever matches came out, whatever pay-per-views, whatever. They killed the app, but they still do the pod. But they killed it, and I just really loved the joint. And when I saw them, we all follow each other on my shoot my shoot Twitter account.
This guy got mad pages now, yo. This guy
I noticed
is
that. You see
out of
that?
control
I
with
got
the
to.
pages.
I feel like
right
he's
now.
got like a UK page that he don't tell
He's
nobody
got
about. He's
burner
like,
accounts like a motherfucker.
yo, British
they-
AO's
he got-
running amok.
I'm
This
British
the only guy I
AOs.
know with a burner account with his own name on it. Like, this guy's got
That's because
burners
it ain't
on
a
dick.
burner, bro.
This is the fake DJ AO account.
Yeah.
Word.
But I bought a shirt, and they sent me. Yo, I haven't seen these in years, right? So these WCW trading cards that I have a book somewhere in
Yo,
my.
what?
Wow,
I don't even think
yo,
I
this
own
dude
one.
right here,
Fire.
this dude right
Jesus
here
Christ.
was
Wow.
Giant Gonzalez in WWF.
Giant Gonzalez, hell yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's like the
Gigante.
Lex Luger joint, and this is Ron Simmons and Butch Reed right here. Doom. I have a book
Fire.
somewhere in my grandfather's house with at least a couple hundred of these. I haven't seen them in years, so I got to go find them. But I just wanted to
Jeez.
shout them out, rock the shirt, just to show some love or whatever, just because I appreciate sending these. 'Cause
Yo,
Salute.
I have
on some
books of them.
on
joints,
some
man.
90s kid shit. Tell me you don't fucking love the smell of some trading cards that
Love
got
'em.
like gum,
Love 'em.
bubble gum smell on them. Like,
Love
oh
them.
shit, like this
Love
is the
that.
illest smell in the world.
The smell of like comic books. What's crazy is I had done some work for Blockbuster in the shoot world, in the,
Yep,
in the
yep,
ad
yep.
world or whatever. One of the
Which
things
came
that I
out great, by the way.
appreciate you. I gotta send. I did the voiceover for the case study. I gotta send that to y'all. That shit is out.
Word.
It's kinda good.
Word.
But the
Fire.
Word.
the dope shit is there was something that I pitched. We ended up not using it or whatever, but it was gonna be you kind of just walk in. Like the commercial would have basically been somebody walks in that hasn't been in a Blockbuster in years. They walk to this last one and it's like just stop there and just smell that shit. And then the line would have been like, yo, you know what this smells like. You know what time this is. Something like that. Just because it's like it's fucking dirt, dust, plastic, and it just feels good. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
I feel like
it
you
just
could
feels
sell a
better.
couple of cents in a bottle. Like, you know,
Yo,
as sick as it might
now they
make you,
sell
like
candles, bro.
Subway.
They have candles
could
now.
sell Subway
Blockbuster
smell.
scented
Yeah.
candles.
That's
You could
wild.
you could sell CVS smell, Kmart. You know what I'm saying? They all have their own
yeah,
smells.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Shouts out to struggle stores. I love
Shouts to
them shits.
Caldor.
Hell yeah. Caldor, Bradley's. All
Circuit
my,
City.
Kmart.
all my
Circuit
peoples
City,
out there
wherever they
waiting in
at.
line for the pretzel and the slushy at Bradley's. You're
Yo,
close to my heart too.
Long Island.
Shout out to
shouts
Sunrise Mall, man. Rest in peace.
Shouts to Sunrise Mall. Shouts to on Hempstead. What was it in Hempstead? It was National Liquidators, I think it was. But before that,
Yo, National
my
Liquidators
God. Before
is
that-
crazy.
That's
it
wild.
What a
was something
throwback,
else before
King.
that. It was like Shoppers Village. Shouts to Shoppers Village in Hempstead. It used to be you just walk in and it smelled like pickles. Pause. Like it just smelled like mad pickles and pretzels,
Yo,
bro.
what in the god? What in
Let's
God's
get the
name
show
is that,
rolling,
man?
man.
All right, so in the
Pickle is not what we
news,
need, man.
Enough going down memory lane. Let's go.
Crazy,
in the
son.
news, man.
all
This
right.
is. I think we should just call this news at 11. So I only have one news item this week. We finally got the rebranded women's titles, redesigned
It's really news at
women's
10,
titles.
honestly. It would be really good.
Nah, let's call it news
Yeah.
at 11. That's more fire.
Nah, news at 11 at 10. Thank you. All right,
News
let's
at
go.
11 at 10. I fuck
Copyrighted.
with
Y'all know where y'all children are,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically.
Let me just write that in. News at 11. This is real time production.
At
bro.
10. Nah, news at 11. It's really 10 o'clock.
News
That's
at
what I'm saying.
11
News at 11
It
at 10.
really is. This is the news at 11 at 10.
All right. For those tapped in, this is actually going to be our start time. This is going to be our shit now. News at 11
Fuck
at 10
it.
is how we get it popping now.
That's it, bro.
9:35 live sometimes. All right,
Yeah.
2 new women's championships.
Beautiful.
Asuka is the WWE Women's Champion, and Rhea Ripley is now the Women's World Champion. That's going to be mad hard to remember, but it's basically not the SmackDown joint, not the Raw joint anymore. And the redesigns are basically the same designs that Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have, but just on white leather. I like the designs. What
I
do y'all
think
about
that
Me too.
what Rhea's belt is
too.
one of the sexiest belts I ever seen in my life. That white strap makes that shit look.
Good unison.
it? It
amazing.
looks better than
Good
the
unison.
black leather,
I
right?
like it.
And
I like it better than the
this,
black leather.
This literally goes hand in hand with the way WWE has done this. I saw a meme the other day that shows the NXT titles side by side, all the titles that they have that run concurrent in both male and female divisions, and they have always done this. They've always mirrored each other. So why not mirror them again? It just makes sense, you know. The
I
only discrepancy is
high-key-
just whatever. Roman not having a special one because he's a 1,000-day champ, but whatever.
I ain't going to front. I high-key thought that was actually Seth's belt. I was like, wait, isn't his strap white? And I was like, oh, no, it's black.
That
Yo,
shit is
Seth
fire.
with the white strap would be actually pretty fire.
So fire.
That'll be
That's,
dope.
yeah, that's what I was like, wait, isn't it
that would be
Seth's belt?
fire.
Shawn Michaels Part 2.
Should have the white strap, but I mean I like
I
it.
like
I
it.
like the fact that they
I like him.
it's not show. I mean it's show exclusive, but it doesn't have the name. Like I don't. It just never felt prestigious. Like yo, this.
They got rid of
champ.
SmackDown. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Would
like,
you
But is she
agree
like
with
the Universal Champion? Like, what does this mean? She's a Universal Women's
would you
Champion?
agree
Is
that
the
it
World
has that,
Heavyweight Women's
like-
Champion?
It has that like draw that the European or the UK NXT championships do, where it just looks regal. You know what I mean? Like it
does.
has like a real king look to it. Like
Yeah.
I'm the shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like that shit.
But basically, it's exclusive to each brand, but
without saying it.
without saying it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I think
I
that's
thought
dope.
I thought before they were just gonna switch the belts like they did before.
Which I would have hated, man.
Yeah.
I hated it last year when they.
Yeah,
did it.
the
Like, yo, we just gonna
handover is
trade
crazy.
off. That shit was whack.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was
I
whack.
thought that was coming too. Pause. I was like,
I
yo,
did
that's
too.
going to happen.
I did
Yeah,
too.
for real.
But yeah, they cleaned it up. So yeah, that's the news. I got one item. I didn't really have too much time to collect a bunch of news. Sign up sheet.
Nothing really new.
Signs
was
from
it?
this week.
Nothing really new.
Well, I mean, it is, but it's more about things that we're going to be talking about later. That's coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, as far as news.
Essentially,
Yeah.
our topics.
Yo, I'm looking at the crowd now that I know this is a segment. I don't have nothing, but I'm looking at the crowd now. I'm peeping for this shit.
It's
Yeah,
bad
Before
for
we
me.
even
I
go,
have
though,
one.
I am before we even go, I am glad that we don't have any major, and we are going to talk about it with Collision, but I am glad we don't have any major, like,
Clickbait.
yes, that I feel like we don't have right now, which I'm very thankful for. We don't have any major clickbait. There's no, this person's about to sign with AEW, but who is it gonna be? Like, I'm like really good on that right now.
Because to be
Like,
honest,
like,
the biggest guy
I'm
making
fine.
news has been Punk, and because he's about to be back on TV, a lot of that gossip and shit is going to be dead because it's like we're just now talking about the matches and the promos as opposed to what he did on his Instagram or what the legalities. I don't care about anybody's
which is
contract. I don't care
insane
who
that we
fought
spent time
backstage. I
talking
wasn't
about
there.
that.
Yeah.
I did see that Carlito re-signed with WWE though, which is kind of
Yo, he did. Yeah, Carlito's back with
No,
the-
is that confirmed? Is that confirmed though? That's
Might not be.
hearsay. That's
some
not confirmed.
reputable news source reported.
cock sources. I don't know.
Only because he
Some
backed out of
bullshit.
the independent date. That's
I mean, that happens when you sign somewhere, you know. But we'll see. But if he is back,
We'll
you know,
see.
that could be kind of cool. He got a hell of a pop.
I guess
in
that's my
Puerto Rico.
topic for next week. I'm gonna let that stew, but that might be my topic for next week. A hypothesis on Carlito Caribbean cool. That's actually pretty
Fuck
hard.
that dude. Fuck with that dude.
Spit in the face of those who think they're cool. All right, sign up sheet. My sign, it was the only one that I saw that was halfway chuckle worthy. MJF walks on the beach in his socks. It's like, why would you write that, bro?
Yeah.
Somebody right in the aisleway on Dynamite last night had that up. The ones from last week were OD. They were talking about being able to eat fucking
They were.
corn without chewing and all kind of shit. It was OD.
That was
But
some wild stuff.
MJF walks on the beach in his socks. Anybody else see anything?
Nah, not
I
this
did.
Nah,
week.
the only
wasn't
thing I
peeping.
saw was whatever you just
Yeah.
said about hot
Nah,
dogs.
I
It seemed like
did.
there might have been less
Honestly,
this week.
I was like, that was a little.
My
bit.
favorite sign this week would have to be 2.5 because it came at the best time.
Yo,
What
that
the
was,
hell-
Came
that
at
was
the
perfect.
best.
What does that?
fucking
What does
time.
that mean? Like,
Like
that's.
on the 3 count? It was
2.5.
like 2.5. on the 3
Oh,
count.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, I got it. Okay, gotcha.
I was
Okay,
like,
so I saw
wow,
the
that's such a
I was
sign
like,
I would have. That's fucking great. And the fact that it actually happened at that type shit was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
that guy was holding that sign like, yeah, I'm the
only
man
thing
right
that
now.
could be better
I'm
next
the
time.
man.
If it's
is
like
if-
2 7/8.
Nah, but you gotta have like 10 of those joints, 2.0 all the way to 2.9, and then just pick them up for like the one that's really really close.
But his shit
pull a
though,
2.8 out.
after looking back, it did feel like 2.5
Nah, it
because the
didn't.
bell rang OD before the 3 count. It was like,
Yo,
ding.
you know what though? There was a couple of pods that I listened to today that actually watched it back with a stopwatch. That was legit. Like the time was legit. It wasn't like they ain't just have the clock up for no
Nah,
reason.
it was.
Like, they planned that shit to the T. But to be able to
I
execute
watched it
that,
live.
No,
So
I watched it.
I
But
believed it.
yeah, I watched it live, but I wasn't really like watching the clock like that. So, and like you
I
got
had
a
the
couple
clock
of
underneath
minutes.
my TV, so that's why I was able to be like, oh wow, this should
Yeah.
actually like
Yeah,
end.
they had that to the second. So, shouts to them. But yeah, cooked and prep. Chad Law, what it do?
Yeah, yo, what up, everybody? It's Young Gadava himself with the cooked and prep segment. We are going to condense it. We're not going to give it to everybody around the ring in the Ringside Club. I'm going to take control of this one because I'll let you guys debate it as you see fit. I feel like it'll cut a little bit of time as well too. Cooked and prepped. Well, prepped and cooked, I should say. This segment is pretty much just me analyzing some of the rosters from across the companies and seeing that some wrestlers are being prepped for something, meaning that they are being prepped for good or bad. Who knows? Cooked goes without saying. They're done for. And there might not be no coming back after they're cooked. This week, my prepped is going to be Raquel Gonzalez. Right now, Raquel Gonzalez is just smiling up a fucking storm, and it's pissing me off every time she gets on the screen.
Oh no.
And then on top of that, with her interchangeable partners that just can't seem to stay like healthy, she is going to be in this conundrum of, am I going to be a tag team wrestler? Or am I going to be a singles champion? I think they need to pull the trigger on making her a singles competitor now because she has no partner. But at the same time, she's going to continue taking L's while also going over nobody, while also having no real character development. So I think she's in a holding pattern. So she's prepped to me. She could go good, but she also could just keep going downhill. What say you, fellas?
I think you're a happy hater. You hate happy people.
Yeah, happy hater for sure. Like
Yeah,
she
definitely happy hater.
she did a lot better, I think, in NXT when she wasn't just smiling all the damn time. Like I need
Yeah.
the aggression
Yeah, I
So
feel like
just
if she was
Agreed.
definitely
Being
better
aggressive.
in NXT,
for sure.
especially when she became the NXT champion. I
She
mean,
was in
women's
that
champion.
not class because she was a little bit behind Rhea and behind Bianca, obviously.
Yeah,
But as far as like what I saw her trajectory being, it was in that trajectory of like being like a physically dominant. I can beat anybody up from the men's or women's roster, and that ain't the case. So
yeah.
I think
Damn, she came out on a motorcycle at one time at NXT, and it's just like, yo, this is a far cry from what's happening right now. Like, she
Yeah.
looks like a McDonald's mascot right now to me, and it's like, wow, she was a badass in NXT, but right now she looks like a Happy Meal, and this
Yeah.
sucks because I actually enjoyed Raquel Gonzalez.
you got to be really careful when you call people up from NXT and you're booking them in the major leagues, so to speak, because who they see when they come up is who they fought. So it's like you can't just reset somebody's character and put her in front of a Bianca Belair right now or a Rhea Ripley who could have been amazing matchups for her, but you can't put her in a match or a program with those people anymore and not bring them down for where she's at right now. It's not going to bring her up. It would bring them down because it's like, what's there at stake for this? Like, she's not a formidable
I can
opponent.
see that.
yeah.
know
I
what I
feel
mean?
I feel
So-
like she got to the roster. It's like it shouldn't have been that complicated to book her. Like just keep booking her the way she was in NXT. She was doing all right.
Damn,
Just-
she already a
just-
two-time NXT women's tag. She's already a two-time women's tag team champion, if I'm not mistaken. And
I
she's
could
already
only
got more
imagine,
accolades
yo.
than like
I believe so. Yeah,
half the
something
women's
like that,
division.
Can you imagine how cutthroat it is behind the scenes? Like, I'm not saying that it's catty or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, how cutthroat it is behind the scenes for, like, spot time being a female wrestler these days. I'm just saying, like, the politics and whatever goes
That's
on
a
in the background must be
whole-
crazy because
that's a
they don't
30
get a lot of
minutes
time
in
at all.
itself.
That's a whole
deep
different
dive
episode.
episode in itself.
That's the one
Yeah.
we got to talk to Krista B and
yeah, I was
and
about to
Queen
say
PR
we gotta
about.
bring those wrestling girls.
Because that's a
back.
real conversation that needs to
Yeah.
be had,
That's
yo.
a
They're
good
not
one.
getting no kind of time. But anyway,
Word up.
yeah.
My cooked for this week, gentlemen. I'm sure AO is going to snicker and have me a great rebuttal to this one.
Yes, the liquor's talking, ladies and gentlemen. Ding, ding, ding.
It's going to be good because it's Matt Riddle. He's
Word.
cooked. He's fucking cooked, fellas.
Well, all day, every day,
Matt
he's
Riddle
blazed,
is
he's blazed up. Yeah.
He's blazed up. He's blazing. He's blazing saddles.
Word.
He is the new Dolph Ziggler.
More John Blaze than that.
He's going into a feud with Gunther,
What's
and he's not going to win this.
Word.
But you know what he is going to win? A singles match on Raw next week against Fabian Eichner or Marcel Berthero or Giovanni Da Vinci or whatever they want
Jesus
to call him.
Christ, yo. Could somebody please...
That's
pray
what he's
for
going to
this
win.
guy?
He's going to win that, but he won't
Yeah.
win an inevitable feud with Gunther. Matter of fact, he probably won't win anything else until Randy Orton comes back.
Well, who wants to
That's a-
win a
And I'm
feud
going to
with
put
Gunther?
that on
Like,
something.
like I want Gunther to be the longest reigning intercontinental
Oh, yeah, me too.
champion ever. So
Me
it's
too.
like, I don't see anybody winning that against him right now.
But at the same time, what the fuck is happening to Riddle right now, man?
Word.
Fellas, what say you, man? What y'all take on this? Is Matt Riddle cooked or is he salvageable right now? 'Cause he doesn't win. He does
I'll
not
say
win.
this. I'll say this. I don't know because I haven't watched. But I will say, Riddle, I don't think can ever necessarily be totally cooked because he has the personality that WWE traditionally always loves and gets behind.
Yep.
Not necessarily
With
his
Dolph Ziggler?
specific personality. Dolph Ziggler is what personality? He has no personality. Dolph
Yo, he's
Ziggler,
here to show the world. Come on, yo. What you
yeah, no
talking
doubt.
about?
He's going to show the world that he's bland as fuck. Matt Riddle, on the other hand, remember how I always said how if there's always been that idea that if you ever do good at comedy in WWE, that's kind of dangerous because when Vince was at the helm, that's pretty much all you're going to be doing. That's a danger zone sometimes, but also they're more family friendly now than they were during some of that heyday shit. And I think like you need that. You know what I'm saying? Like Sami Zayn is comedic sometimes. You know what I'm saying? To offset the aggression from Kevin Owens. So I think in general, like I don't know. This also could be like probably holding pattern shit, like you said, until maybe they redo the RK Bro thing. Maybe he gets heel Randy Orton, you know what I mean, or RKO to him. I don't know. I wasn't feeling him when he got rid of the shorts and started rocking the brief, so he's cooked for me in that sense.
This guy.
He way
Too
too
much
shiny.
leg.
Pause.
Way
Way
much
too
leg.
shiny. Man is
But
glossy.
yeah, like I can't call
Glistening.
it. I think he's one of the guys that that's always gonna have a good spot on the roster. I think.
I kind of have a hot take on this.
Dolph
too.
Ziggler.
I feel like if he's written properly in the storyline and they have something for him, it's apparent. I don't think they have anything for him, and he's just being tasked with the Miz run right now, where he's just jobbing out and doing whatever they need him to do because they can trust him doing whatever they're doing, even if it's just filler. But I don't know if you do that with a young man like that whose career didn't even really get a chance to take off to superstardom yet. But hey, they're doing it, so let them do what they got to do.
I'll say this, like, even if he's like in a holding pattern, I don't see him as like cooked right now. But even if that's the case, then he can be backstage and give you comedy gold with whoever. Like, he's just mad funny.
I just don't want to see him be
I'll-
R-Truth. I don't want to see him turn into R-Truth.
I don't
Yeah,
think he's
that's
ever
great.
gonna be that bad. Like think about this, like completely different like types. But think about Kurt Angle. He wasn't always on top. You know what I'm saying? So there would be times where he was just straight up doing like sidekick shit next to Steve Austin, and he would lose every match. But he was just doing his comedy run or whatever.
He was awesome. Small
yeah.
hat.
And
small
then
hat
when
Kurt.
when then he had the legitimacy that when Vince and the rest of the creative said, "All right, world title run."
Yeah, Team
go."
Angle. Team Angle was OD. That
Exactly.
was ridiculous. That was
So
fire.
I think like at some point for Riddle to be taken serious, he is going to need some kind of like a serious run to where we look at him as like a favorite going into a feud. And I think right now, that's not possible.
imagine Riddle with Hook's gimmick, like that could work if it was.
And
done
he has
the,
the
right way.
background. Like he's
Yeah.
a legit MMA. I don't know what his record was if he was any good, but he at least
Yeah.
has the skill to So I don't know.
But that's almost what you would need to do.
know
You
what
got to
it
turn him
is?
into a killer for that to be believable. You know.
Right.
This with the prepped and cooked, I also want to make sure that you guys know that this is going off of the week. Like I just want to let the audience know this is going off the week. They might not be cooked for eternally. They might not be, you know what I'm saying, prepped eternally, whatever, but off of the week and what's to come, that's where these hypotheses of mine are going. So I
It's
just wanted to
trending.
put that
It
out
could
there
be
for
like
everybody.
trending.
It's
You know what I
trending.
mean? It's trending in that direction.
Because next
Trending
week's
towards
cooked and prep is going to be totally different.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I haven't mentioned Riddle and Raquel at all. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing the segment almost like 4 weeks now. I haven't said this is the first time I even mentioned them. But in terms of cooked, Mad Riddle is going down the Dolph Ziggler lane right now.
Oof.
Big Ziggler. Pause.
That means he's gonna be a very rich man.
Big
Hey,
Ziggler is crazy. All right,
that could be another name. That might be my alias actually on the next one.
Big Ziggler.
Big Ziggler.
Big Ziggler is crazy.
Yeah, that's why
Big
we're just
Ziggler.
not ever gonna put names back on here because I can't talk to no nigga with the name Big Ziggler, bro.
Yo,
Documented too, like on film. Like it ain't happening.
that's crazy. That's real crazy.
Word
Yo,
up.
That's probably.
Word
My
up.
boy Big Ziggler.
Yo, wait, pause.
Hold on, I got it. Let me consult with the OG.
Hey, yo.
Yo,
Hey, yo.
Pause. Word up. All right, let's get to it. Let's go around the ring with these topics, fellas. We have AEW Collision debuting. The debut episode, the premiere episode of AEW Collision is Saturday. Brand new 2-hour primetime show, and there are a lot of people that we haven't seen in a while. We've been clamoring to see at least some of these people. And my question is very simple. We have Punk coming back, obviously. Miro, he has an open match. I think Andrade is against Buddy Matthews. Thunder Rosa, I don't know if she's not in a match, but she's been, on the comeback trail, and she's been advertised on that poster. And there are any number of people that we may or may not have seen. Horrible English. There are a number of people that we haven't seen for a while in AEW that may also pop up. If not this episode, maybe coming up. Speaking, it could be a hard or a soft roster split. So, question to go around the ring is like, what AEW return are we looking forward to the most? I just mentioned those names: Punk, Miro, Andrade, Thunder Rosa, or blank. Right? In general, like Punk is the big name there, and I'm anxious to see Punk. But I think I'm looking forward to Andrade the most, just because I thought that he had, out of those names there, just as high a ceiling as some of those guys. Probably maybe Miro, but he never had a title. Like Punk was a world champ, Miro had a title, Thunder Rosa had a title. Andrade never got that run with any championship. And when you talk about people that are just nice in the ring and has a presence, and in the Ingobernable faction with Rouge and everybody else, connected to New Japan with Naito and everybody else, Ingobernable is their opponent over there. I'm looking forward to a good run for Andrade, and hopefully we can get a little championship run, be it TNT International or World or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Maybe
looking
we see
forward
the
to
return
Andrade.
of WCW's Glacier at this.
Peace to Glacier, my
collision.
man Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero in the flesh.
Shite, man. Holy shite, brother.
The last time I heard that name.
Sub-Zero in the flesh. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Andrade. What about you,
Jesus.
man?
I'm actually looking forward to Thunder Rosa. You know, she's been injured for a hot minute. And if you saw from what's the show that they did, the Access show. That
All
they did?
Access, yep.
All
Yeah,
Access,
All
pardon
Access,
me.
yep.
All Access show. She was seeing that she was trying to make a comeback, and she was having issues with her back, and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So it's just dope to come and see her back, even if she's not gonna wrestle on the show. It looks like she may be close to coming back to wrestling.
Right.
Maybe just get a few clearances. So I'm definitely happy to see her.
Word. I'm going to say something different. I feel like somebody we've all forgotten about, and hopefully he's healthy, but I'm just going to throw out there for no reason, other than to be different. I would love to see Santana and Ortiz come back together.
That's a good one. Oh, man. I was thinking about them last night, man.
That's a good surprise.
Yo, on his
That's a good
social,
surprise.
I'm not sure if any of y'all tapped into his socials, but he's been doing I think maybe 2 videos so far of him kind of on his comeback trail.
Who,
So the first
Santana?
one was Santana.
Okay.
So I think it's like Santana Proud, I think is _Proud. But the last one showed him getting off the train in the Bronx and going and I guess whatever Jimmy trains at, and you see his wrestling, dropped his wrestling shoes, whatever. So don't know what the timeline looks like, but spot on, hell of a call right there.
Yeah, I hope he's healthy.
Good one.
I hope everybody's healthy, but he's also expressed several times different things and struggles with mental health. We always check on each other's mental health, so I just hope he's good, man. But yeah, that would be a dope little surprise if that happened. But aside from that, I would say Miro's the person I'm most excited to see because being the resident big guy here at the Ringside Club, Miro is a very, very large gentleman, and we have been looking for him to do the whole Berserker Barrage shit and just become go all Baraka out, just fuck everybody up for a long time now. So let's just see it happen. Zangief, whatever he is, he's just a big ass fucking dude.
Zangief.
So yeah, he's something. But Chad, what you got with it?
Look in my eyes. What do you see? I'm called the personality.
Oh, Jesus.
Honestly. I know your angles. I know your dreams. I'm
This guy's spoken. Are you
cult of
slam
personality.
poetrying cult of personality? What? This is Def Comedy Jam.
He's out here
I'm
seeing haiku.
excited.
This guy's got haikus and shit going.
Yo, how many stanzas did you just get off, my G?
Haiku
Yo,
is mad
yo,
funny.
yo,
Haiku
yo,
is
yo,
mad
yo,
funny. I heard
yo,
haiku all year. It's
You
mad
got
funny.
some stanza on your chest, my guy.
Get them off. Let me get them off, man.
Get them stanzas off. B.
I am ready for CM Punk to return. It feels like the first dance again, but it's the second dance. So
Word.
it's going to be really dope. I remember where I was in the first dance. I remember the excitement levels I had on the first dance. I remember sitting Indian style like he does in front of the flat screen when he returned. So I think I'm probably going to do the same for this one.
Word.
I've canceled all my plans. I have no plans. Anyone who wants to hang out with me Saturday, kick rocks. Literally all AEW collision. All right? And as a matter of fact, if that match don't even open the show, where's the main event? Is the main event
I
already?
think it's the main event, yeah.
Yeah, he's the main event.
All right, so they're gonna make us
Six-man
wait.
tag.
They're gonna fucking make us wait for this guy to return. So that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm just gonna
We'll sit through
I'm just
that.
gonna jump in here and shameless self promotion, but your boy Blame Boogie and
Gotta bring that up on the screen if you got it, bro.
yeah, your boy Hal Haney.
Yo,
and,
look in his eyes. What do you see?
Blame Boogie. We created the
It's called the Blame Boogie.
CMFTR shirt for CMFTR, the one and only. So, we're really humble, and we need to be because there's no reason not to be. But we do some really dope shit separately and collectively here at the Ringside Club, and I'm proud of all the shit that we do. So, high five. And if you have to ask who I'm rooting for, you're fucking stupid. So, I'm Team Black and Pink. It's Bret Hart and die or die. And if I was at that Hall of Fame and you swung on Bret Hart, I would still be incarcerated. So, shouts out to Bret the Hitman Hart, his beautiful wife, their family, and rest in peace, Owen. I'm dropping the mic here. All right.
Boom.
That
CM
Owen Hart
Punk's
tournament's coming up
return.
too.
Yes, that sounds like it's going to be something that Ricky Starks wins because Lord knows.
Yeah. God, Ricky Starks needs something. I need another lighter, for
agree.
God's sake. Shit.
But yeah, man. That's
Collision. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. Punk's return, Miro's return, Andrade's return. The Wanted posters will be available live and direct this Saturday. We'll be able to see everybody from the milk cartons actually in the ring. And I'm ready for it. I don't know if we'll get Hobbs, though, to which AO will just be like, he's fine. He'll be there next week.
Dog.
Right.
He
He'll be there next week.
Hobbs is in a better position than your man Riddle, who you just said is done.
Man, they
Because
should have just.
on a brand new show, dog, on a brand new show that they're launching, where most of the roster is handpicked by the guy that you just said you look forward to, who do you think wants him on the show?
But who's not on the show?
Everybody
It's
that's
him.
not on the show. What you mean?
Everyone on the Wanted poster made the actual live show, but Hobbs.
You'll see him.
But it's all right though. He'll be there next
You'll
week.
see him.
It's cool. We're
You'll
good.
see him.
We're good.
Listen.
He'll be there next week. He's got a
Just
match next week. We know.
give Hobbs Stokely Hathaway and let them go by themselves and be amazing, and everything will be fine.
All I want is for him to get away from that QTV bullshit. Please.
Yeah, I agree
That is
with that.
terrible, bro.
Yeah, I agree
Terrible.
with that.
If there
I don't
is
know where
anything I
that's
do
going.
predict off this Collision show, is going to be a title change. I feel like there will be the title.
I can see
change.
that happening.
Maybe
For the
there's
first
ways
show.
I shouldn't be the person to say this, but I think there's a lot of reasons why I should be the person to say this. I don't think Will Hobbs needs a white mouthpiece ever. It's just
Nah,
my
you
personal
mad right
opinion.
about that.
It
You
doesn't
mad
fit.
right about that,
It's
my
just,
G.
it don't feel
That's
right.
a fact.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
I'll give you
It
that.
don't feel
need a
right.
mouthpiece ever.
Give you that one.
Maybe he don't need a mouthpiece at all, but he certainly don't need a white
I don't
one.
think he
I'm
does.
just- yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he does because when he actually has promo segments, he's convincing. Like you don't need everybody does not need to be Austin or The Rock to have a good
I'm
promo.
about to start a
I think
GoFundMe
you
and
just come up with the
unrelated
book.
news to get me a lighter that works in this household because I just I can't do this anymore.
Man's about to pull out a barbecue lighter in a second.
Yo, listen,
Shit's funny.
you could donate right now to the link in our bio to the Bug lighter. And I'm just fucking with you. I don't need.
You
no
know what?
fucking lighter, man.
I fully placed the blame on Ringside News for fucking up your lighter.
Nah,
They
word. I
swapped it
take
out.
it.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
them.
They did. They
All
took
right, Ron,
the
what it
butane
do?
out, flint, everything gone.
All right, so this week you've been seeing that in WWE, a few people have been moving a few places, a few of the free agents, a few of the faces we haven't seen in a while. So just to refresh y'all memory, I'm gonna just run down the list of free agents. Baron Corbin, Brock Lesnar, Cedric Alexander, Dolph Ziggler, Elias, Mustafa Ali, MVP, Almost, Shelton Benjamin, Vaughn Wagner, and Zion Quinn. Now, for some of these people, you haven't seen them really jump from like another brand or show up another brand. But I will mention the people that I saw, I think this week and the week before that. So Baron Corbin showed up on NXT to challenge. It's gonna try and go against the NXT champion.
Baron Corbin's fire, by the way. Shameless not self because I'm not Baron Corbin, but shameless promotion. Baron Corbin is another guy that you could just say to do anything and he got it. Go ahead.
I agree with that. The only thing that wasn't fire was this new attire. Looked like he was gonna play basketball. That shit was.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Nah, this guy got the worst apparels I've ever seen. So like, who be styling this man, son?
And
What
AJ
does he
Wright.
even think about
AJ Wright,
when he wants to
PCX.
wrestle?
And I was mad because it's
Mark
like the
Echo.
way Mark Echo.
Don't discredit Mark
Turbo.
Echo, man, because this My man would be better off in a fucking FUBU. At least if he had like the Fat Albert, like FUBU, like, you know what I mean, pull over, at least we'd be like, I get what he's doing here. He's on his throwback shit.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
way
even
they
that.
Used to get robbed for your Rhino hoodie around here. Just saying.
If Baron Corbin came through with a mecha button up as his shit, I'd be like, all right, I'm fucking with this throwback gimmick that he got. He's just
Miz-
wearing throwback shit.
It said
Yo,
Mecca.
we
Stuck
just
in a
said,
different
we just
time.
literally said,
All
if
right.
we say your bode, this segment is officially
Yeah,
sponsored
I said-
by Eddie
yeah, I
Kingston
said
Closet.
your- yeah, I said your
LRG.
L-
LRG is the joint, bro.
Nah, you're right. That would be a gimmick infringement on Eddie Kingston. You're right.
Yeah, we're definitely borderline infringement on
Eddie Kingston just
Kingston's
bought a fresh
entire
pair
closet.
this week. What you talking about?
We're the Canais.
I got checked.
The Pacos is nasty. He came out in the Pacos on Dynamite. You know he did, right? You know he had
Yo,
the
if we
Pacos.
could get-
shoes on.
I'm
If
not.
we
I
get
wouldn't
him-
be surprised.
If we get a Moses Malone commercial off on the pod, we made real money.
Fam, like
Son, Eddie Kingston is going to actually compete at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view in a pair of Looney Tunes fucking jean shorts, son.
Some Nike jeans.
I
the
am
real,
sure
the real old school ones with the.
he gonna pull the Bugs Bunny joints out, son. You remember them shits? Remember them shits that used to be at Fashion Ave or City Source in the mall?
Yeah.
Like, yo, is that Bugs Bunny and Tasmanian Devil on the jeans? Yeah, that's gonna be
The Tommy Hill figures that actually said Tommy Hill finger on the back. You know what I'm saying? I was there for that.
Heinous, man. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Ron. We
back to
totally
Nah,
sabotaged
nah,
your topic.
Nah,
again.
it's all good.
Get back to it, man.
because that the way they presented him, like he felt like a big deal, but the way like the attire that he came out in, it felt like he like left his gear in like in another state or something, and he just decided to
Left his
just-
gear in another state is
Like-
mad funny. Like, I just left the whole bag. Actually, I
like
didn't
that's what I thought it was. I was like,
Ron
all
said
right,
he came out in his undergarments. And a
fam,
pair of
that's
jeans.
what I'm thinking because like yo, you know how you like cut the sleeves off the shirt, like it wasn't even like symmetrical. Like I don't know if it was like a rush job or whatever. Anyways, so
Before our peers do this, we might have to, and we're gonna put this on. I'm gonna put this on wax now. Worst and best wrestling costumes next week.
Oh, best gear?
Best gear,
Okay,
best and
I'll think
worst
about
gear
that.
next week.
Bet.
I'll think about that. Or
Because this Baron Corbin topic is just getting out of hand. Because it's like you're right. His gear really pisses me off.
Nah,
like
it's,
every
nah,
time.
it was.
And
nah,
I think
it
I
was
don't watch
horrendous,
NXT
dude.
because I'm seeing him. Because I'm seeing him in
Yeah.
NXT with this terrible gear. I don't think I can watch this. Like, why you doing this to Mello? Why?
Like, man, he
Why?
should have just went back to like the
Why?
Red Lobster manager shit if they were gonna bring him out in basketball.
That was
shorts.
funny. That was
Yeah,
good.
I would've
One week,
preferred that.
one
That was
week,
funny.
1 week he looks like he's chilling with like French Montana, Cash XO, and the weekend in Las Vegas, and then the next week he looks like he's like literally sniffing coke off of like strippers' backs in the parking
Nah,
lot.
he
like, I
really
don't
did
know.
though. He really did that.
I don't
Nigga
know
say he
what's-
was
and then
Versace down 1 week and then had the stain shirt the next. Was crazy.
The lone wolf version of him looked like he was a character on fucking Ozarks and shit. Like I don't even fucking know what the hell's going on with this guy.
Sons
but
of
he'll be all right,
Anarchy,
bro.
nigga. What?
Yeah, for real. Definitely SOA. He's biker gang shortied up. Yo, what's up, bro? You got a lighter for me? My dog's bothering me right now.
Oh,
I'm
man.
too liquored up for this. What's up, bro? Give me a lighter.
Nah, Sons of Anarchy reference is crazy.
Nah, for sure.
Shout out to Sons of Anarchy.
But
I
that's
just want to
actually
say
what he
the
did.
white
That was a
guy
good-
on the
that was
show
a
did
fire
not
show.
bring that up first. You know what I'm saying? Good show. Just a lot of bad words on it. A lot of potty mouth that should not have been expressed on that show.
Oh boy. Word. So
At any rate, hey Ron, how you doing? We're back.
yeah, so
Like a
next,
boomerang.
Yeah, so next on the list is Mustafa Ali. He's he
God
went
bless
down
that young
there.
man.
He interfered in a match. I forgot what the match was, but it was
I
he's
think they
doing
did,
something.
too.
but he's
NXT,
doing-
right?
Yeah, NXT.
Word.
And I was like, oh, I made a huge pop for him. So I was like, all right, something for him to do. And he came in a leather jacket. I was like, all right, he's probably gonna go somewhere with it. Well, he's doing something now with Tyler Bate and Wesley. That looks pretty dope. I saw who appeared this Tuesday on NXT was Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza.
They're back.
Damn,
Yeah,
yo,
Los
dead
Barrios.
ass. I didn't even know that
Barrios.
they were still there.
Yo,
When's the last
word.
time
I
they been on
thought
TV?
I thought they left, and so they showed up there.
The tag
and-
titles have been held so hostage for so long that you really forget that. Wow. Like even on SmackDown when they did the like everybody jump in the locker room, I was like, Damn, I ain't seen these niggas in a minute.
Yo, word.
Shit,
Wow.
I forgot you guys were here.
So I was shocked when I saw them. I
Shouts
was
to
like,
them for still being employed. That's what's up.
and then the last person is well, not the last person, but Dana Brooke came down there. She went down there for a
Yo,
battle
that's the
royal.
last person, man. Pack this
Yeah.
subject up now. Dana Brooke got her sub down. That's crazy.
And she's
Yo.
doing something with I forgot the shorty's name, but we'll see where that goes. And then they got the Braun Breaker challenge Seth Rollins for his championship. So
Which
Seth
I
Rollins,
love.
I think
love
that's
that.
gonna be dope.
Gonna be
He's
fire.
gonna show
Gonna
up
be
on I think it's gonna be. I don't remember if it's gonna be. I think we said it was. I think it was next week. I
Is this,
think.
yeah, is this
And
next episode of NXT?
next episode,
I think
word.
Seth versus
Am I
Braun.
not mistaken? Is that the first time a main brand world heavyweight champion is competing on NXT?
I don't
I
think
don't
it is.
think- I
On
don't
top
think
of my
so.
head, I can't remember exactly when, but I don't.
Charlotte
think it is.
Ron might have been the first.
Oh, piece of that guy.
So,
One of the most dominant
Yo,
champions
peace to
we've ever
Charlotte
seen.
Ron. You know what I mean?
Yo, Rowdy Ronda Ronnie.
Woo!
yo, that's fire though. I ain't
I
gonna lie.
think Punk had a match with Seth when he was the world champ. Like Punk went down
Word?
to NXT.
Really?
No
think
bullshit
Punk
though.
had a
Didn't
match with
Charlotte
Seth.
go down there and she fought with Rhea, or was
All
that
right.
not?
I think she may have,
Charlotte
too.
and all right, women's division aside, the men's we haven't seen Roman or Brock
I see what you're saying.
do that
yeah,
in
yeah.
3 years.
No, there's
3, 4
been no.
years. So,
I don't think there's been a
It
main
ooh.
hasn't
event
been
title.
It hasn't even been. If there are any, it hasn't been a lot.
From the
Like that
men's
shit
side.
don't happen.
Right.
That shit don't happen because they don't ever interact. Like the thing about it is like you got NXT, which was always supposed to be developmental to move up, but it was like unless think about the amount of people that came from NXT who then got changed. It's like we're not even speaking to one another. Like y'all do y'all thing down there and get hot, and then we'll bring you
It's
up. And
like
then you're getting a new name, new wardrobe.
Donkey Kong, you got the barrels and bananas, and in Mario, you got the boxes and the mushrooms. It's just it's two separate worlds. So you don't feel like they intersect all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yo, word. So yeah. So what
And I keep hitting this microphone.
what I like about this is that this is something they should have been doing from the jump, like have the cross branding and
Fluid
kinda,
universe.
right, and kind of boost up NXT since they lost a lot of people. And I wasn't mad at NXT now, but a lot of people wishing they could go back to the black and gold. But I think they're in cool shape right now, but I think this can boost them up if they continue with certain things. So, my question to you guys is, what do you think about like what I read? Do you like some of the movements that I just mentioned? And as far as like some of the other free agents, who would you like to see? Like what you want to see done next with anybody else?
I like it. Like I like it in general because it's always it lends a little bit of excitement. You can't get bland when you don't know who's going to show up. You know what I'm saying? And like when you
Agreed.
build somebody up in one, it's the territory system. Triple H has been trying to do the territory system for the fucking longest, where you get hot over here and then you do your thing and then you pop up over here and challenge this person. It's the same. It's very interesting to me because for one, I don't watch everything. You know what I'm saying? So to hear about such and such was on such and such show, bet I'm tuning in next time.
Right.
That's what, that gets you excited. Like I'm going to watch Seth versus Braun Breaker next week on NXT, and I haven't watched NXT in like maybe 3 weeks, a month, or something like that. So stuff like that keeps it fresh and makes you want to tune in to your non-essential shows. So that part is cool. And then just in general, like having a lot of guys that are coming up from NXT get a look at that bigger crowd because they're wrestling in front of the same, it looks like a couple of hundred people. So to get them in front of like a Raw audience or a SmackDown audience or whatever, without having to commit to
exposure.
keeping this person on the roster, gives you like a pressure test to see like, is it going to work? How do they perform? You know, are they hitting their cues? Everything that we taught them in NXT, are they actually able to pull it out over here? Pause. So in general, like I like it. But the biggest thing is like just because you don't know what's going to happen, that's the best part about wrestling is being surprised. It's the same thing on the other side when you look at like the New Japan and ROH and AEW and sometimes how seamless that is, especially in the season that we're in, Forbidden Door season. Might be somebody that pops up on a Ring of Honor that's usually a New Japan person or an AEW person or
I
what
see
we're
your
about to
logic.
get with
I see it.
Collision and Dynamite. So I fuck with it. And in general, what I'd like to see is I like to see traveling champions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the tag team division. There's tag teams all over all three of these shows. I want to see the tag team division be fluid within all three of these shows. You know what I mean?
And
They
you see,
could be like the
How do you
NXT,
keep fused with 3 different brands? I think that's where it's gonna start to get
because
fun.
you don't have to
And I
be
think
on
that's
all
where
of them
it's
at the
gonna
same
start to
time.
make sense.
So it's like, I'll do my work over here for a month or a pay-per-view cycle, and then once I'm done, I'll pop up on SmackDown. That's all.
So speaking about tag teams, also miss this. So y'all probably saw this, but Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, they're gonna take on Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
Is that
for the
unification?
unification match. So I'm thinking if they do that, hopefully they'll jump from brand to brand. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Like, you don't have to.
How short-lived was that NXT Women's Tag Team titles?
Well, for
And also,
Alba
if
Fire.
them shits go to Ronda and Shayna, I still don't see them going to NXT. That's
Hey,
my
peep
Fine,
game.
but you can also bring somebody from NXT to them on SmackDown for a match. Or a
Who
run.
I
who
wanna
said
be a
it first
person.
though? Was it not us on this podcast that said that Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey were going to be a tag team and run roughshod over the whole entire fucking division?
definitely
We said that
did.
a while ago, way before
we did.
episode 40.
I
way
believe we did.
before
Definitely did.
way before, like, it should have happened a long when we said it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just made too much sense. But
We said that shit around episode 3.
fact,
Definitely did.
My take on this is I think that when we have tournaments like the NCAA, NBA, MLB, playoffs, any type of structure, there's a ranking system involved. And I feel like if you're in NXT, you might be the best of the best in NXT, but you're not the best of the best up here. So you're only but so high. So I would like to see some sort of ranking system established where people are actually having some sort of formality to this thing that is these 3 brands on WWE. And if they could somehow make it viable where they're doing something and running these programs where people are being sent, not sent down, but if they're being used to promote someone from NXT, or if they're being used to bring someone up rather, cool, do it the right way, let's make it happen. But if it's just doing it for the sake of doing something, I don't know if it's filler stuff that I want to see. And I don't know that Seth and Braun Breaker could be considered, maybe I'm taking this off topic a little bit, but I don't know if Seth and Braun Breaker can be considered like just slapped together. I think that's a cool match. I think people will want to see it. I just don't know in the grand scheme of things when you think about who Roman Reigns is again and what that title means, what that means about Seth and his title, being that I understand your open challenges or whatever the situation may be, but I still think there's some cheapening of that belt by doing that. It's just something that's stuck in my head for that. But aside from that, that's not the topic. The topic is NXT and how do I feel about that. So I think it's pretty cool. I like the movement that's going on. I like people getting different opportunities. I like shakeups. I don't like when I'm told one thing and another thing happens. So, kind of to touch back and call back on the topic of the titles and stuff like that. I think it's a good thing when you take the brand specific name off of something because it allows them to move more fluidly without the
Right.
Agreed.
Not being stuck.
opinions of us. Because
Yeah,
you
without being stuck.
you book yourself into a corner. You Jade Cargill the game. You know what I mean? And and I don't mean that really in a bad way. I'm just being honest. We've said that on here before. That's another callback. It's just, when you book yourself into a corner and it's not fun for anyone involved. So I feel like the constant moving of pieces is a good thing as long as it's done the right way. So yeah, I have no problem with it. Damn, Chad, you're making me want water real bad right now. Yo, shouts out to my wife. Yo, if you're listening to this podcast right now, bring your boy some water.
Yo,
Down to
before
the
you go,
set.
Chad, any of y'all watch Premier League, like soccer? Like proper football?
don't.
English
No,
football?
not really.
What you just mentioned, Bug, about like a ranking system and how everybody's not on the same level. What they do over there is each season, the bottom, I think, 3 teams, there's mad soccer leagues in England, but the bottom 3 teams, if their record doesn't go like higher than a certain amount or whatever, those bottom 3 teams get relegated to a whole different league. And then the league underneath that league, they get called up for the next season. So the bottom 3 are really the top 3 from last year's season, and then they run it back. So like some kind of system where it's like you go on a losing streak, specifically like whatever the rankings are. If you're bottom 3 in the top 10 or whatever it is, you go to NXT. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to have some hierarchy. It could be difficult with Raw and SmackDown. Maybe like SmackDown is the biggest show, but then you have problems with the different networks and that political shit. But that would be a dope idea, just to have rankings and like the consequences you go over there.
Yeah, I like it.
I
If
miss
you
a
don't
ranking
perform,
system.
if you don't perform in the major leagues, you go down to the minor leagues, and it's no shade to NXT, but it's not the major leagues. So it just, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And for the sake of the argument, I think that would be kind of dope. So, yeah, I like that. 2 votes.
Me and this whole draft free agent thing, I mean, I already knew that this draft wasn't even going to matter in a couple of weeks, and think we're at a couple of weeks now. So I don't think the draft really matters. Everyone's going to float around. We've got floating champion here, pop up here, show up here when you want. It was just all hype, poppy ratings. These free agents, though, I don't see them doing much. I don't see much happening on the free agent side. I mean, do I really expect Von Wagner to pop me?
No.
I don't think Von Wagner.
You don't think Omos is going to go down to NXT and fight Daba Kato for some reason?
That's gonna do it. That's gonna really do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to these brothers putting in the work. They doing a lot more on probably Twitch, you know what I'm saying, than they would be on screen time performing. But free agents, we'll see what they amass to. Ali, I would love to see him have a higher run. I think he'll give Wesley a run for his money, but I don't think he's taking the title of Wesley. Baron Corbin? Nah, not it, man. Complete filler.
That's low key what Ali
filler.
needs, though. Ali needs a cult fan base like the NXT fan base to support him before he could come back to the major leagues in WWE and be accepted. Because I think
It's
he
tough.
really
It don't
needs
work for
that
everybody,
backing.
though.
Yeah, it
It don't
don't.
work for everybody. Apollo Crews, that shit, my man's might as well be an Impact World Heavyweight Champion right now. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
like Apollo Crew, again, this is a personality driven business. Like it's partial, like so much depends on your personality and like what Apollo just ain't it. Like he's very,
Yeah.
very talented as far as being athletic. The moves look cool, but I don't feel them.
And
You
as,
know what I
as
mean?
much
That's
as
the
we love
problem.
Bobby Lashley's in that same category. You know what I mean?
But I
It's
think-
all
I
it takes
think-
is
I think Bobby figured it out because he
Yeah.
tapped into the fact that like the legitimate fighter and come out and be angry and show aggression. Like I just don't ever believe that Apollo is ever aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing with him. Is just like I don't even
Fair.
feel like threatened by this guy. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Bobby Lashley, if I was seeing him running towards my direction, I'd shit myself. I'm 5'7". I might be
That's going
155 pounds today. You know
shouts
what I'm
out
saying?
to
That's
adult
right.
shouts out to adult diapers or Depends or whatever they're
Yeah,
called.
shouts to Depends.
You know, just put your advertisement here.
Shit, might get a sponsor, maybe, I don't know.
Word.
You know, Depends for the first sponsor or second sponsor
Fire.
would be amazing.
Fire. I'll
Hall
rock
of
a
Fame.
Depends shirt
Yo.
all day.
Podcast Hall of Fame.
Yo,
Why
get
not?
that.
Yo,
Get
boy.
that sponsor, baby.
Yeah,
Imagine
we-
writing copy for Depends.
Shit, we the shit.
Motherfucker.
Shit,
I don't
that's
discriminate, baby.
Honestly, if that bag drop, I'm where the money at, man.
I don't
Depends sponsor the
discriminate,
Ringside Club, man.
baby.
Shit, listen, we all
I'm not
shitting
playing
comfortably.
them. I'm not playing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll
We
sit
shitting
here.
comfortably.
I'll wear these shits literally.
Bro, the box will be right here. I put the box right up, like yo.
Ayo
Shout
said
out
he's
to
gonna
Depends.
come out
Y'all
like
over here promoting Blue Chew. Shit,
Ayo
we
said he's
promoting
gonna
Depends.
come out like the baby with the actual diaper on and do his Hot 97 freestyle.
That ain't the baby. That's my baby.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh,
Yo,
my God.
breaking news real quick. This is reported by Tom. Breaking news. According to multiple reports reported by reporters reporting on CM Punk is reportedly being described in reports as being reported on by various reporters. Back to you.
You know what? I
to
second
you,
that,
Jim.
and I'll tell you, it's journalism like that that makes me feel good about what we do for a living, gentlemen. And
Yeah.
my topic, I don't even know. I forgot it already. Oh, here we go. Here it is. We're doing a debate team, and
Oh, let's go.
Oh, this is good.
We
I gotta
are going
pour up
to-
again for this one.
Let's
Hold
go.
on. Let me go pour
I've
up.
already
I'm gonna
mentally
get this shit off. This is about to
selected
get crazy.
teams, and because we always usually okay, we lost Chad. Here he is.
There you go.
Because we always usually go me and Chad, Ron and Ao. We're switching that shit up. So for today's segment, ladies and gentlemen, what I have in store for us is a debate where we are going to argue both sides of whether you like to be surprised in wrestling or you enjoy the announcement. And what I mean by that is, thanks, guys. My name's Tony Khan, and next week we have XYZ. No shade to Tony Khan, but just an example. Versus next week we're all watching, and oh shit, this happens. My God, everyone's going crazy and talking about it. So AO and Bug, our team surprise, and Chad and Ron are going to be team let us know. And we're going to argue this shit for a little bit as soon as Chad comes back.
Ooh, I like it. This is very, very, very. Damn, I remember I think it might have been history class. I ain't know shit about shit, but I'm down for a debate.
Let's make it happen.
I'm down for a debate.
I got
what
a
side are we?
copywriter on my team. I'm cheating. I got we're on team surprise.
Team surprise. Okay,
Yep.
bet. I have my argument. For
Let's
sure.
make it happen.
Yeah, man. In the meantime, if y'all are looking for Ringside Club merch,
Yes.
you can head over to partofmyfresh.com. It will arrive at your home once payment is sent, and you can
Yeah.
rock that shit.
You know what I'm saying? If you like us
Sure.
wild and crazy guys, you can support us by wearing our clothing.
There you go.
Why not?
I
You
am
know, you
right
see
there.
that piece of art that Ron has on his chest?
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
There you go.
the t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? And the t-shirt.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
T-shirt too. The shirt's cool too.
I mean, hit the Hogan on him, brother. I know what it is, you know,
Brother,
R.I.P.
brother,
Sheiky
brother,
baby,
brother.
but you know.
Yeah, man.
Have we been? Oh, you guys did pod last week, but yeah, R.I.P. Sheik, Iron
for
Sheik.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Well, I'm missing
First
two.
person I remember hating in wrestling was the Iron Sheik. I was scared as fuck. All that anti-America shit when you're a little kid and you're just learning about all this stuff. It's like, oh man, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
But he scared the shit out of me. Him and them pointy boots, I didn't want to have nothing to fucking do with it, yo.
Yo, it always used to
Pointy
bug
boots
me
is
out.
crazy.
Yeah, the pointy boots used to bug me. I was like, bro,
The
you
curly mustache, it was
could,
just
you
a
could
lot.
puncture a lung, bro. You could puncture somebody's spleen on TV, right? You know what I mean? Word up.
OD.
All right, run it back
Word.
real quick, Bug. Who's on?
Okay,
who's,
so
what's on
Chad,
what's?
you and Ron are going to be members of team. Tell us about it. So basically, you know, make announcements, let us know what's happening next week. Tell us the booking before it happens, or you know,
Okay.
live next week. So and so is going to be here on whatever, telling us XYZ. And Chad, AO and myself are on team surprise us. We're just going to argue both our points. Why we think we should be surprised, and why you guys think we should let us know about it.
Let's go. What order we in?
Wow.
Yeah, if you wanna get your thoughts together for a second, you go right ahead. But I think
got
we
it.
should just start with us, since we always start with you.
All right, so my argument for surprises ties so smoothly into what we were just talking about. And that's how you get people excited for the next show and the show after that and the show after that. If you do not know what's going to happen, it's never going to feel stale. That's
Right.
why you don't actually run down the rundown all the time. You say, all right, here are the matches, and you look forward to the matches, but then you never know. Somebody might run in, somebody might catch somebody in the parking lot, somebody might have an impromptu call-out match. Oh, shit, next week such and such? This wasn't on my radar. Bang.
Right.
Look at
Yep.
what just happened with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. That's one of those things that nobody thought was even possible enough to think about it being possible. And look who's going to tune in to NXT next week. This guy. So, yeah, I like the surprises. I like shit out of nowhere. I like the chaos. How many times I come on this show and say, yo, I love the chaos. The end of Dynamite last night was chaotic, and it was beautiful. So, yeah, hit me with all the surprises in the world. Pop up. Ron.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Ron, you
Book.
could argue that. No, let him argue that, and then I'll say another one, and then Chad
Right,
could
right.
argue me. Yeah.
So,
that
yeah,
makes sense.
Ron, you're arguing for
Announcements.
the announcement. Okay.
All right. So, now you definitely give me the announcements because it will have people coming back. You have something to look forward to on the next week. You can definitely pop ratings. Man, you can get everybody coming back next week, man. What'd you say, Book?
All right, my idea for surprises is the fact that we're all, I mean, you know, I don't get no Beijing in my shit. I'm all grayed up. I've been here for a little bit. And although I do have a long way to go and I want to be here for a little while, I've seen wrestling for quite some time now. So the surprise element for somebody like me, it comes every so often and I really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But I think for this younger generation of people that are now getting attached to wrestling, I think we need to let them know what it feels like to be surprised every now and then. And to see how that crowd reacts. A lot of these kids don't know what's going on, but just from the energy in the room, they're like brought to emotion. Like they have no idea even what's going on. They're like, oh shit. So I just feel like a lot of the magic in wrestling comes from the element of surprise. And Chad and I were present for Jay White running to the ring. You know, it may have gone a little stale since he's debuted, but that was hot while we were there. The crowd was going crazy. And it's shit like that makes, I think, it worthwhile. So, you know, I think that while it might be a smart business decision to tell people what's going on next week, it's always a smart entertainment decision to not tell people what's going on next week. So that's my argument.
I'm here for the announcements because sometimes the surprise is best when there is like when there is no surprise, that is the best surprise because you get some of the best surprises out of that shit. Like last week or even this past week, everything that happened at the end of Dynamite, we knew we were getting that main event. And I'm sure we all thought, great, another Young Bucks, Hung Bucks,
Yo, extra. You know what? If there's ever been a pause, that's the one pause that we do deserve. Not for you, not because you said it, but that's what they call it.
I argue with people about that name.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
I know.
It's like, come on,
I argue with
bro.
people about that name.
I got a
Like,
fucking
that name is
kid.
fire. I'm like, you niggas like porn that involves men because that's fucking great.
My kid's watching with me right now. The fuck? But you know,
It's like Hung Bucks is wild. First of all, so UK Tony or whatever son name is, yeah, man, you're bugging for that.
all right,
But-
now because go ahead. I'm sorry.
Take example for this past Dynamite. We knew we were getting that trios match, and I'm sure we all were just like, "Oh, great, another trios match between these guys. What the hell can happen?" And in that being announced, you had to watch the main event, and then just like that, at the end of it, like AO said, there was chaos because nobody saw Will Ospreay. There was no Will Ospreay announcement. There was no Eddie Kingston announcement. You just had to sit there because you were waiting for that because you advertised the main event of the Blackpool Combat Club and the Hung Bucks. Pause.
I have a
That's why you
good
need the
argument.
announcement sometimes.
I have an argument that would actually go on both sides, and I think this might be the way we could close this topic. Maybe we should do this every week where we have a debate team thing. I don't know.
I
We'll
like
figure
this.
it out.
I like this.
But think about this, right? When you go to the movies, there's a bunch of trailers that you don't know what the movies are that are about to start before the movie, and they're not advertised, right? And you might see one of those trailers and be like, "Holy shit, this shit looks so fire!" And I didn't even know this was coming. Like maybe it's like, for instance, everybody's going crazy on internet and on nerd internet about Michael Keaton being Batman again and playing his role in Batman in this new Flash movie that's about to come out or whatever. For me, that's who Batman
if
is.
he is, that's fucking fire, actually.
It's amazing. It's amazing, right?
Very fire.
But think about this, right? I just argued for not announcing it. That announcement is making me want to watch The Flash, who I don't give one motherfuck about. You know
No
what I'm
fuck
saying?
about the Flash.
So now that's something where I can argue
If
both
anything, the
sides.
shit
And I
make me
can
want to go
say
watch Michael Keaton's Batman.
100%. I'm gonna reprise. I'm gonna watch those all over again and just get all into that. I might even catch a couple Val Kilmers off of this. You know what I mean? But
That George Clooney was rough though.
yeah, nah. From
that's
that on, it was.
That was probably my least favorite one.
That was a
Isolate
fucking
this.
jam.
Isolate this for an Instagram
Chad
clip,
Law
please.
sings
Bruh, that
please.
soundtrack was fire. Fuck what
Yo.
anyone was talking about. Niggas had Chem on that motherfucker. Was it
I
Chem
mean,
or
it
Silk?
might have been Chem, I think.
We
Shit was
on the
fire, my
soundtrack.
nigga.
Wasn't it
Yeah,
Seal?
right.
Seal or something?
See, that was Seal. Right
See,
there.
it might have been. See, I said
Kiss
Seal
from
or
a,
Chem. Yeah,
Kiss
one
from a
of them.
Rose. Yeah.
Kiss from a
Yeah.
bro, fam.
Was
That's my
that
shit.
that
movie
was
got
on
shit
that was
going.
on the George Clooney or the Val Kilmer?
I think it was the.
That was the.
I'll fact check it.
If
Weren't
I'm
they the
not
same one?
mistaken, it's when the McDonald's glasses started to be sold. The Batman glasses at McDonald's, which not the these glasses, the drink glasses.
Drink
I still got my
I'm
Batman.
gonna die on this
from
hill,
McDonald's.
but for as bad as a review that Batman got, that was actually one of my favorite Batman movies.
The George Clooney.
I like the Jim Carrey one with
I
the
like.
Riddler.
I was a kid when I watched that shit. I was like, this is mad fun.
It was on.
What do you hate it? Like,
I
That's
haven't
what
seen
Batman
it
I
yet.
understand
I gotta run it.
why they hated that as time went on, but
Word.
Out of that four, like I mean, the first one is the first one, but like the Penguin and like Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito
Didn't like it.
On
didn't like it. Didn't like it.
What you didn't
Don't
like
like it.
about it?
I will run it back so I can understand why I didn't like it, but I don't think I like the Penguin character, and I just think to Sims I don't like the Penguin character. I don't like Penguin.
And nothing.
Until I watched the series of Gotham, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But like, I didn't understand Penguin, and I didn't really fuck with Penguin. But I really did fuck with Mr. Freeze. I fuck with the Riddler. Like that
you're
whole
mad.
shit was
Yo,
like,
I'm
this
about
is
to just tell you, son, you're mad mid right now, bro. You fuck with Schwarzenegger as the Freeze, yo.
Yo, as a kid, come on, son, that shit was tight fire. Nigga was blasting,
Yo,
da 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 da. Nigga was off the wall with
When's
that
the
shit.
last time you saw Batman Returns, the second one? Because if you haven't seen it, like, when's the
I've
last
seen
time?
it within
Were
the
you
past
a kid?
5 years. I watched it in the past 5 years.
Which Batman is which? Because you know there's like
The
10,000
one I was just talking
Batmans,
about, the
right?
one with Michelle Pfeiffer, Danny DeVito, the Penguin. When's the last time?
The Catwoman
I
one.
ain't seen it since
Yeah.
probably like early 2000s. Honestly, I got like I said, I got to rewatch it.
Yeah,
I
you
got to
gotta run
rewatch
it
it. But
back.
I know my last watch, I didn't like it. I prefer George Clooney.
You're the only person I've ever heard say I prefer George Clooney. Like Val Kilmer was better.
Yeah,
Michael Keaton is Michael
Val
Keaton.
Kilmer was dope. I ain't saying he
Yo,
wasn't.
I'm just gonna say
but
right here, my president is black.
I was in the movies for that Batman, so I remember that shit vividly. I was sitting in the theater for that one, so I was like, nah, this is fire. Jim Carrey, I
that's
love
also,
Jim Carrey.
That's also the experience. Like that's probably why you're skewed. Trust me.
Oh
Man.
man. Yeah. So yeah. Not to cut y'all, but yeah, that
Holy
the
shit.
sealed Kiss from a Rose is on for Batman
Forever, right?
Forever. Yeah.
That was
Batman
There we
Forever.
go. See some heat, son.
There's
Some
there's
heat.
That's
there's
not
always
what you're
those
talking about. You're talking
there's
about
always those
Batman and
songs that
Robin.
bring you immediately back to a time in a decade. I feel like when I hear that song, I could immediately smell Curve cologne. I'm just back to a certain time, and life is
That's a
completely different.
nasty sense. Son. That man said Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah, word.
right next
heartbreak.
to Jordan brand
That's
cologne.
that's that heartbreak smell right there. You never got your heart broken if you ain't never wore no chrome or no chrome azure or
Yo,
curve. You know
I
what I'm
gotta
saying?
go outside.
that's wicked, son.
I gotta get
Heinous
back.
doings.
Yo, listen,
Heinous
you have to.
doings, man.
If you never had your heart broken wearing one of them little oils from the
The
neighborhood
sample joint?
Muslim that was selling them,
Man, I was not living
Fam.
like that, bro.
if you never had your
Yo.
heart broken wearing one of those, you can't understand my pain. We don't
Boy,
go back that far.
you've been through a lot, bro.
Yo, you never had your heart
you-
broken.
you-
You wore an I Love New York shirt. Like, this
Yo,
nigga
Yo,
saying everything right
if you
now.
weren't burning no like Nag Champa
Yo.
while
This is
Wow.
before the boogie.
your heart was broken, you know what I'm saying? Like,
This is when Boogie was
Yo,
blaming
before the
everybody.
boogie is a mad funny segment. Before the boogie.
you just can't understand my pain. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some people just ain't me. You know what I mean? I have a feeling some
Before the
people can feel
boogie
me.
is
You know what I
mad
mean?
funny.
Yo, before
See my man smoking a bogue, just talking about like, yeah,
Man,
man.
this is stressful. I might drop a tear live on the
crazy. I remember
podcast. It's stressing me out.
This is a whole Black and Mild segment right here.
Yo, I used to bootleg.
vanilla
I used to
scent.
bootleg.
No, not
Yo,
even
Boogie
vanilla
is
scent,
mad
cherry
funny.
scent.
Got the cherry
Yo, I would
Black and Mild.
bootleg. I
Cherry
would bootleg
Black and Mild.
cassette tapes.
Yo,
This
Boog,
is-
you
this
wore
is an
do
era.
rags too. You
Wine.
wore do rags too, right?
Bro, I had the pinwheel do rag with the half red, half white. I had the.
My man already on his Quail Man shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I would ride
My
around the
man loyal
neighborhood
to
on
the
my
Quail
bicycle.
Man flow.
you
I ride around my neighborhood on the bicycle. People scattered. They thought I had the you know what I mean, like Omar. You know what I mean? I was out there.
So you
Pedaling
ain't get
that bike.
you
That
ain't
kid
get
was
your
calling him Mr. Sniffles.
I was terrorizing my
What the clip
Catholic
say?
school. What we talking about?
What the clip said?
you ain't
One eye
get your
closed, I hit you.
you ain't get your patty mayo. You ain't get your
I'm
patty
playing.
mayo.
I was a good kid, yo. I still am.
Good kid in the Mad City.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Kendrick. Yo, this podcast got really off the rails. This is what happens when all four of us are together.
This is great.
We pretty much make things like this happen.
This is
But
great. We got
I'm
one
pretty
more
sure
topic.
Chad's got a topic. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yo, I got a double topic actually.
Segue
Impromptu
gods.
topic.
Oh,
Impromptu
my God.
topic. You know what I'm saying? Alex Shelley, the new Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. I wasn't gonna let this whole episode go by and not say
Really?
shit.
Okay.
Much
Peace to him.
congrats
Shouts
to
to him.
Alex
That's
Shelley.
what's
Not
You know
X
what I'm
Division,
saying?
just
He
like
beat-
for real, just like
Yeah,
straight
he's
up.
like the
Nah,
champ.
he's for real, the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. He won the title at Against All Odds. He beat Steve Macklin, who had probably like a 30-day run,
The
transitional
shortest
run.
reign ever. Yeah, but shouts out to him and his wife having titles and Impact at the same time. It's kind of cool.
But you know what, though? I thought Macklin was going to be prepped for a little bit more of an extensive run, but it made sense that it was an impromptu run because it was like Macklin or Kushida. What's the more durable Band-Aid right now? So, like, you know, the Macklin experiment, it was cool for what it was, but it didn't seem ready yet. And just like the Drew McIntyre and certain other title reigns, it's like give you a quick title reign and then take it off you and then get you
Do
to
you think
second title reign.
do you think Kushida
Before we know
and Fab have like beef with each other over the DeLorean?
You said Fab?
Yeah. You know, Loso, in
I
case you
thought
ain't know
you-
so. Yes.
Oh, I thought you thought Kushida and Fab would have beef because they wear the same gear sometimes. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. Kushida dresses like he's from Back to the Future, and Fab did
dresses
something
like
with a
Kushida
DeLorean.
sometimes.
Yeah,
he'll
there's some
dress like
beef there.
Kushida with good designer. It'll just be
God
Louis
don't-
Vuitton, but it'll just be
I
Kushida's
don't like
attire.
ugly. Chad, you know,
yes.
this brings me to my next point. If you could just rip me out the plastic, I've been feeling brand new.
Brand new?
Pause.
And
Yeah.
every pause.
What?
Pause.
Listen,
What?
everything's fine. Everything's fine. Like what?
Pause.
Everything's all right.
Hey,
Listen, man.
yo. What? It's all of that. It's all of that.
I just hit every
All of
button.
that.
Just hit it all.
Hey, yo.
Nah, you can't use my name in vain.
Nah,
No, we can't do that.
But nah.
Blame
Again, shout out
Boogie.
to Alex Shelley. He did win the Impact
that's
Wrestling
dope.
World Heavyweight Championship. First time.
Yo, salute to
20-year
him,
journeyman. It's definitely been a long time coming. I was very surprised.
Well deserved.
And I hope that he has a solid reign, but I feel as though Nick Aldis is going to be taking the title from him at Slammiversary. That is the match that's happening at Slammiversary. Is Nick Aldis, Alex Shelley. Interesting. You know what I'm saying?
When is Slammiversary?
I want to say, like, I don't know. Don't
I'll,
quote me.
I'll, I'll fact check it.
Yeah. It's got to be soon, though, actually. It's going to be rather soon. Slammiversary is always around, like, the nowish time. So that's where I kind of feel like Shelley's reign won't be too serious because I feel like this is the time to put the belt on Aldis. Although I would prefer an Alex Shelley title run in Impact.
July
Impact's
15th.
doing the damn thing right now. Yeah, it's a month away. So it'll be another month reign. After Josh Alexander's been champion for almost a year, I'm cool with the hot potato title reigns for now until we transition into something serious, which I think is going to be Nick Aldis.
didn't
So yeah,
realize-
shout out to
I
Alex
didn't realize-
Shelley. If he does, what was that, Ron?
I'll say I didn't realize homie had the title for that long. What's his
Steve
face?
Macklin?
Yes, not Steve Macklin. What you said before.
Oh, Josh Alexander. Yeah,
yeah.
he's had the title for almost a year now. So up until that injury, I think he was going to steamroll for the rest of the year. But impromptu was Macklin or Kushida. I don't think anyone saw Kushida being an Impact World Heavyweight Champion. I think that would be where AO goes or somebody goes, yo, I'm not watching Impact, bro. Kushida's World Champion. I'm good.
Nah,
Yeah.
I fuck with Kushida heavy, bro. They got a storyline, not to go too far off topic, but in New Japan right now, they got you would call him Cook, but that's the storyline right now, is that Kushida came back to New Japan and he's not back in form. Like, he's not the Kushida that we knew. So he's basically in a slump right now. And that's going to be a perfect way to kind of repackage him, freshen him up, throw him in a little heel turn or whatever. But I like what they're doing with Kushida, but I fuck with Kushida heavy. It would have been interesting.
So
But I like Alex Shelley though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like, for somebody that's has so much influence on the tag team division, like the Motor City Machine Guns have been mainstays in independent tag team wrestling since all of this shit jumped off. Since TNA jumped off, Ring of Honor, all of that. So to see him like be as influential and now to finally get his just due 20 plus years later, I think that shit is dope. I'll tune in
Plus,
for that.
if
Shout
we
to-
could get Tony Tone to come and sing "It's Our Slammiversary," they might get their ratings up.
Slammiversary.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I feel. It's been in my heart
That'd
for a
be
while
fire.
now, so I just
Yo,
want
on
to.
the
That would
first-
make
on the
everybody
first
watch
Ringside
Impact
Club-
Wrestling OD.
Nah, fuck that. First Ringside Club mixtape. That's gonna be the intro.
It's
we
our
gotta do it.
Slammiversary.
We gotta do it.
They need Tony Khan money. We got Tony Khan money. You know what I'm saying?
It is Slammiversary.
Yeah, man.
Slammiversary. Scott Demore, pay us. Pay us right now, Scott. We got your
Chad-
shit.
Chad Law from the Card Phone sings the hits.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Do-do-do-do-do. But no,
If we all
shout
get the
out to Alex
hats,
Shelley.
we could sing it.
Chad Van
That's
Ross.
who. And also shout out to Chris Sabin as well. Like we were just talking about Motor City Machine Guns being a tag team historian group, legendary, and we've got an X Division champion Chris Sabin, the world champion Alex Shelley. I think that's dope. I like seeing stuff like that. It's just unexpected and it's fucking cool. Like, why not, man? Why not switch it up? Trey Miguel retaining and Steve Macklin retaining would have just meant for more of like, well, there's impact. So this created some news. So wanted to shout it out again. Shout out to everybody that does fuck with Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley gang, we here. If you was there for Paparazzi Productions with Kevin Nash in the Impact Zone back in the day, you remember, you know what I'm saying? Cheers to you. We was here for that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that is part one of my topic. Part two, Dark Side of the Ring, season 4. Holy shit.
Yes, sir.
What a sleeper. What a sleeper of a show, actually.
I'm gonna plug up right here, but I'm here.
They had a lot of previews. A lot of episodes are on the docket for Dark Side of the Ring. The ones that I watched so far, obviously episode 1, Chris Candido and Tammy Finch. Episode 2, Shattered, the Magnum TA story. Never knew about Magnum TA. Only heard the name. And episode 3, the most recent episode, Breaking the Cycle with the Graham Dynasty. I honestly couldn't sit through that. Just way too depressing. But has been fucking kick-ass. I really do appreciate Dark Side of the Ring for what they do in highlighting some of the stories that we might not really know about in wrestling. I do value that. I don't think we really talk about Dark Side of the Ring much on here, but tonight's episode of my topic, I wanted to at least speak on that. Shout out to the producers. It's great content. Season 3, I kind of fell off with a little bit, but this season, I feel like they were fucking fully loaded with episodes. I mean, they've got Doink the Clown coming up, Adrian Adonis, Junkyard Dog, Marty Jannetty, Bam Bam Bigelow, Abdullah the Butcher. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Abdullah the Butcher. They've also got WCW fucking Bash at the Beach 2000. I remember that shit. I watched that shit, actually.
Watching that live,
So,
I
like,
believe.
I was watching that shit because that was my year of my WCW year was 99-2000. What was y'all WCW year?
Prior to that, like from the formation of the NWO, so like 96. 96,
I missed
97.
I missed NWO. I wasn't.
Yeah, mine was
I wasn't privy
all
to NWO.
all pre Monday Night Wars ever since WCW was running programming on Monday nights
Goddamn.
concurrently with Raw.
No,
I was watching like
Damn.
that
I
long.
think
My-
that was like
This old ass nigga, man. God damn, boy. Shit.
And mine's was
I was born 85, baby.
Word, man. Mine's was like 2000, 2001, switching back and forth between Raw. That was, but before that,
Oh, so you was there for the Alliance, basically. The Alliance.
yep, I was there for the Alliance. But before that,
That's mad interesting. That's actually fucking fire. That like Book starts the beginning.
all 3 different.
AO
all
comes
4
through for the
different
NWO. I'm
But
the
you know
Jeff
what was
Jarrett
cool?
era,
I
and
didn't,
Ron is the end of the Alliance.
I
didn't have
kinda
cable,
yeah,
right?
A little bit, yeah.
but I didn't have cable, so like my WCW watching was from tapes that I got from the homies. But I was keeping up with the storylines. I used to be heavy on the Pro Wrestling Illustrated and the Wrestler magazine and all of that. And I had mad trading cards, so I knew who everybody was. It was just like, what's Lex Luger doing in the WCW zone? You know what I'm saying?
The height of my channel switching was, and you know, I don't even mean this to be funny. I'm being so honest. It's just like memory unlocked. But I remember I was so fucking scared of Gold Dust that whenever there were Gold Dust promos, I would switch the channels so quick. So I would go and check what's going on the other channel, and if that was Nitro, I was all about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, honestly,
man,
my
It
intro-
must have been so dope to be able to just flip back and forth and see something crazy, and then
Hell yeah!
you know what I mean. Like it was when
I am
AEW and NXT had that
unabashedly-
shit going back and forth. Like
Like
it was
I
tough to
lived,
keep
I
up,
lived,
but it
I
was
era.
lived
Good
Eric
era.
Bischoff and all them talking shit about Raw live while Raw was going on and switching back and forth. I lived that. I didn't
that
have
Mick
to hear
Foley
about it. I was
pop.
there.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Yo,
what
son.
83 weeks killed it right
Do
there.
you know how embarrassed I am sometimes when I mention my WCW history to people when I talk about WCW? Because I'm like, yo, the only real era as a comprehensive human being that I have of WCW is Big Papa Pump and Madeja. And Scott Steiner killing the entire fucking division. Like, that is my WCW for a lot of people, which is crazy. Because, like I said, our eras is mad different. So it's like AO got the NWO flow, Boog got the early on, Ron got the Alliance. I'm in the wave of like, yo, we hate this place. How are you watching Scott Steiner and Jeff Jarrett just run a fucking muck over here? Because they was wildin'. Them boys was wildin'. Like,
Sure.
I remember when they was knocking out Kevin Nash, Booker T, Goldberg, Sting. I remember when they were doing like the, killing these niggas.
Like, to me,
Scott Steiner running this shit.
I remember Ming. I don't remember the WWF version.
Shout the Ming, son. Shout the Ming.
Ming and the Barbarian. I used to love
Crazy,
Ming.
boy. I'm gonna take a drink to that. Shout the Ming, son.
That Tongan death
killing
used
shit.
to be fire.
Boy, what?
Yeah.
An earlier memory I have to that is, well, not to that, but to WCW is, I don't know why I just remember this particular time, but just Booker T winning the U.S. title and then winning the World Heavyweight Championship. I think for the first time.
Yes.
I believe. I just remember that specifically for some reason. It was just one of those moments. Like, yo, it was just.
Speaking of champs, is like I remember the Ultimo Dragon coming out with like 14 or whatever different championships. It was like the Junior Heavyweight Grand Prix or something like that. Sonny Ono was his manager, and he was out here trying to get the cruiserweight belt to add to his collection. You know what I mean? Like fire.
Yo, son,
Dean
I
Malenko
was a
the-
Lance Storm fucking fanatic.
I used to love Lance Storm. I remember ECW Lance Storm where it was I forget the name of the team, but him and Justin Credible were tag team champs over in ECW.
Yo, honestly, I might just make X-Pac and Justin Credible's theme song from 2001 my new shit, actually. I know you hate X Factor, but you ain't got to look at me like that, all right? You ain't got. I know you hate X Factor.
This guy's he's requesting that the DJ play Uncle Cracker on the next episode of Ringside Club.
X Factor, but you ain't gonna look at me. That was crack. That was crazy, yo. Y'all think about had the CDs, man. If you had the CDs, yo, you a real one.
WWF the music.
Oh, I have
The Ruthless Aggression? Ruthless Aggression?
Oh, I have Ruthless Aggression. Yeah, I have
Boy,
Ruthless Aggression. Yeah, and I have WWE Volume 4. I think the green cover joint.
Go.
Yeah, I got both of them.
I
think I bought one of them.
All right.
I think I got both of them from the Wiz, I believe.
All I remember is my first WWF music tape was Macho Man Randy Savage saying, "Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey. Oh yeah." Direct quote.
Nasty. Fucking
Direct
nasty.
Quote. Put it on my
Holy
gravestone.
shit.
Direct quote.
Holy shit. All right.
Put
Let's
it on
get
my
back on
gravestone.
track. Dark Side of the Ring. Yes. We're at episode 3 right now. Chris Adonis and Tammy Cinch. Episode 1, really good. Match story, but it definitely got me hip now. I'm glad he's still alive. Good story. Dope. Seeing Jim Cornette run through it. And the Grant family was mad depressing. Episode 4, Doink the Clown. What, fellas?
Let's get it.
What say you? What y'all feel about Dark Side of the Ring right now? I'm done.
Yeah, just like I love this. I've seen this. I've watched pretty much every episode of the 4 seasons of Dark Side, and there's stories that I'm more familiar with, like the Tammy Sitch and Chris Candido. Just to be able to see like new footage or a new point of view. I didn't know that they were that close with Jim Cornette. Like Jim Cornette
neither.
got really fucked up.
No
about
clue.
that. Yeah,
No clue.
And then there's stories like the Graham family. Like I've heard some of their names before, but I wasn't really tapped in with any of the footage or any of the matches. Hell of a story. Like it's easily the saddest story like that you could possibly tell. Especially imagine being a part of that family like that where that much tragedy happens. But in general, like I like Dark Side of the Ring. You know what I mean? Like Magnum TA, I was always familiar with as well from his story. He was basically supposed to be the next guy that the NWA was putting the muscle behind, putting the machine behind. And he got in a car accident, and that changed the course of NWA. What I didn't realize, though, and I was familiar with that part, I didn't realize how close the sale of Jim Crockett Promotions to Ted Turner to then turn into WCW was. I wasn't really that long. It was maybe
I
the
didn't
next
know
year.
about that shit. I had to do my Wikipedias and my Googles on that shit when I saw that shit. I was like, wait, really?
I didn't realize it was that close. It might have been like the next year or so to where this is
But he
now
was
like
right there.
the death nail of the territories. This is like Ted Turner brought up the other big one. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. Like Doink the Clown is going to be very interesting. There's been multiple people that have played Doink, but I think this is specifically talking about Matt Bourne, I believe his name is, who is the like the Doink that we're
Original.
most familiar with. But just to be able to see, like, I want to know what are the origins. Like, how did you get to the point that you were going to play a clown on TV as in wrestling? Like, what was the thought process? Like, I thought that could be really, really interesting. And another one that I'm looking forward to is we're just talking about the Bash at the Beach. Just what new information is going to come out about that pay-per-view because there's been so many podcasts. That was a pivotal moment because I think that might have been Hulk Hogan's last appearance in WCW. So I don't know how much more information is going to come out about that or is fresh or whatever. But Dark Side of the Ring is always just interesting, to me. So I fuck with it. And like just again, looking forward to like these wrestling-based TV shows that are outside of what we regularly watch. We got Heels coming up in July also. Completely different vibe than Dark Side, but that's coming up. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, all support in the world for what they do over there on Vice.
Word. For me, yeah, I love Dark Side of the Ring from like the jump. Definitely a different take on wrestling, telling dark side of wrestlers and situations and events and all that. So I've been with that. I believe I've watched every episode except for this season, this new season. So what I did was I already went forward and I already set the DVR to record like episode 1 through 3. And I think I recorded the third one already because that's when I realized, oh shit, it really started. So I said, all right, I'm gonna go and record the first one and second one, and then I already set the DVR to record the fourth one as well. So yeah, definitely gonna catch up. But every story has been interesting. It's been sad. It's been everything. So it's just an interesting take on certain things. So yeah, I love it. I love all of it. Despite some things being sad, you just get the real story or on certain situations and stuff. So yeah, I'm with it. I love the show.
Word. I'm not hip to the new season. Haven't really been paying attention. I do know that what I have seen in seasons past with the Benoit story and other things that I've seen are, I love to learn about these things because I had no clue. You know what I mean? I only know what's being told, but the level of detail and the level of, footwork that goes into this stuff, you could always admire it. I'm not a wrestling historian. I am a history major, but I'm not a wrestling historian, so I can't really speak to what's factual and what's not. But just speaking on the grounds of entertainment, I'm always fully entertained and engaged when I watch the show. And I do think, for better or for worse, whatever you think about Chris Jericho, him being the narrator is also pretty dope because he is a good orator in that regard. So, yeah, I don't got no problems with him.
This card for WCW Bash at the Beach 2000, I can't wait for this episode of Dark Side of the Ring. I'm going to run this card down for y'all. And y'all will understand why WCW died. Beat Juventud Guerrero for the Cruiserweight Championship in 12 minutes.
Juice.
Who the fuck was Lieutenant Loco? Do y'all remember who Lieutenant Loco was?
Hell no.
It was me.
Vaguely.
No?
It was Bug.
That was Chavo Guerrero. All right? Which should have been an all right match. All right? Big Vito, remember him? He defeated Norman Smiley for the Hardcore Championship in 5. I forgot WCW had a Hardcore title.
Norman Smiley was
Totally
that dude, though.
God.
Yeah, he was. I like
And Norman Smiley was that nigga.
Yeah.
Norman Smiley was that nigga. Daphne with Crow Hancock with David Flair in a wedding gown match in 4 minutes. A wedding gown match. Remember WWF No Mercy in the whole year of wrestling in 2000? Sounds like it was about right. A wedding. Imagine putting a wedding gown match on now in this era. You damn near can get canceled for that shit. That's crazy. Chronic. Chronic. Defeated The Perfect Event, Sean Stasiak, and Chuck Palumbo. Low-key, one of my favorite tag teams in WCW. Quiet as kept, I really fucked with Sean Stasiak tag team. And I actually fucked with them. It was alright. Tag team titles. Chris Kanyon defeated Booker T in 10 minutes. Who better than Kanyon? Y'all remember Kanyon? God bless the day. You remember Kanyon?
Yep.
I
And
used
he
to
had
fuck with Kenyon, too.
Yep. And he had a Dark Side of the Ring story too.
Yeah.
He defeated Booker T in match 5. All right. Match 6 is Mike Awesome defeating Scott for the U.S. title in 9 minutes. Rest in peace to Mike Awesome too.
Low key, anybody that wants to watch a classic series of matches, Mike Awesome versus Tanaka. I think they had a few matches in ECW. They wrestled all over the place in Japan. They used to get it in. Like, Mike Awesome was fucking nasty, and so was Tanaka. Like, all kind of wild shit. So pull those up.
Like awesome, son. For real, for real. Vampiro defeated the Demon in a graveyard match in 8 minutes. All right. Shane Douglas defeated Buff Bagwell in 7 minutes. Hollywood Hogan defeated Jeff Jarrett for the world title in 1 minute and 19 seconds. Goldberg defeated Kevin Nash for Scott Hall's contract in 5 minutes.
Oh, they was
Booker
running.
T
They was
did-
running the Matt Hardy. The Matt Hardy.
They
play?
had Scott Hall on a pole match.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And Booker T defeated Jeff Jarrett for the world title in 13. So in a shoot incident, reversed the decision, which is pretty much what the dark side is going to be about.
Yeah.
So in all,
Right.
the longest match of that pay-per-view was the main event at 1341. And that was 11 matches. Imagine in this era right now trying to pull that type of shit off.
Was a 3-hour pay per view? Like Tony would do it, but the pay per view would be 6 hours.
Damn, it'd be 30. Damn, there's
buy-in
11
the
matches,
buy-in
and
would
the
be
longest
4
match
hours
was the main
itself.
event.
Yeah.
The longest match was
You better
13
book
minutes,
2
the main
Iron
event.
Man
At,
matches.
at 11 matches, and the longest match is your main event at 13 minutes. So imagine what the fuck it would look like right now. Like, yo, trying to book that type of shit. That pay-per-view is going to be a great one. And what an era to fucking WCW.
Yeah, what a time.
Honestly.
What
a time.
Yeah.
Looking at that card right now, God bless the death for most of them, but yeah, that was a hell of an interesting card. So, again, salute the dark side of the
They
ring.
had Scott Hall on a pole match, bro. That's fucked up. Rest in peace, Scott
Nah,
Hall.
honestly,
I got him
Paul,
over here with
that
me
was
at
fucking
all
crazy.
times.
Nah, you right. Paul was fucking retarded. Like, I actually forgot about that until I read this and was like, wait, what? Scott Hall's contract on a pole match? This company was
Yeah.
cooked.
What?
All
Done.
cooked.
Like, we didn't see it until we like look back and we're like, wow, these guys were really done. Like, that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm like, yo, these guys are actually. I understand why this shit just went out of business now. I didn't understand it as a youth. As a youth, them, I didn't understand. But now I'm like, this card
Bro.
sucks.
And when you think about it in these terms, the lowest paid NBA player on an NBA team could have bought WCW and it was for sale for what they made
Yes.
a year.
Mil, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
think it was
Yes,
like
yes,
$2
yes,
million.
yes,
Somewhere
yes.
around that amount. Yeah, it was pretty.
That's a
pretty
fact.
cheap.
That's a
Pretty
fucking
low.
fact. Which to now
Golly.
is chump change for a lot of rappers, which is fucking crazy. So I'm like, yo, Master P could have bought WCW and been like, you know what I mean? Shit would have been crazy.
Make them say, would be the theme song.
Make them say thunder! The Nitro! The Nitro! Yeah, shit would be crazy. Shout out to
Lord,
WCW.
forgive us for we know not what we do.
Word up. We got a
Get out of
Exit
here.
survey.
exit survey.
You know I got an exit survey.
What you got?
Go a little something like this.
Yo, Book just got in his Quiet Storm voice. Oh.
Barry Blame.
Will
I was going to
MJF
say something, but
will
Milky White.
MJF really fight at Forbidden Door or not?
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna go with
Yeah.
no.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say yeah.
You say
He's
no?
gonna fight.
I say no. I think he's gonna find a way to lay down and not actually fight at Forbidden
Nah.
Door. or
Yo,
something.
him.
Nah,
him,
they're gonna
him
make
laying,
him fight.
Him laying. No, but if he comes out for the match and lays down for Tanahashi, I can see
at a
him
New
doing that.
at a New Japan show, he would be
Yeah.
hated.
No,
bro.
because his title isn't on the line, so it'd be a count out. He'd walk off.
he walk off.
Yeah.
That's my guess. We don't get him actually fighting at Forbidden Door.
Okay.
What do you say, Chad?
No. I actually say that he's going to beat Tanahashi because Tanahashi is essentially the John Cena of New Japan. So it doesn't really hurt Tanahashi to lose because he's just like, I'm going to lose. I'm legendary, though, but I'm going to lose. Which
We're
is-
back,
you need
ladies and
those
gentlemen.
guys,
We're
Yes,
back.
sir.
though. You need those
Yeah.
The four of us in the building, episode 40. Peace to us. We did it. We got AEW Collision coming up. Forbidden Doors next weekend. Catch us, though, Next Thursday night, man.
It's my new shit. I'm only doing this Aussie Open shit in the
The
game.
Empire.
Man. I'm Aussie
There's
Open.
something about that I don't like. It's freaking me the fuck out. But you know what?
I'm
It's all right.
Aussie Open till I die. You heard? Osprey
Shouts
gang.
out to everybody.
Word up.
Y'all see what the fuck going on, man? Hold on, let me take the belt off.
Pause.
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 Word
Champ
up.
is here. You know what I
Ladies
mean?
and gentlemen,
Shouts
it's
out
a
to everybody
pleasure.
in the Federal
Belt, right?
Correctional Facility to get, these 2 hours to listen to us. We appreciate you using that to check in from the prison.
Word.
And,
You know,
Appreciate
sign,
y'all.
Sign them off, bug. You ain't got to
Gang,
go
gang.
home.
yo, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck out
Listen.
of here.
This the bang
Fuck
bang
you,
gang.
It's fuck you, San Diego, and any surrounding towns. My name is Blaine Boogie. I put that on everything, Ron Burgundy, and otherwise. And for Charlotte Ron, Rowdy Ronda Ronnie, Chad Law, and AO, man,
Bang bang gang.
we're getting the fuck out of here. So y'all better do the same shit.
Word up.
Peace.
Big pause.
Fuck ringside news.